We did it! Hello, everyone. It's time for Republic City by Nate and the G-Dow Detectives. It's been a hot minute, and I have missed everybody. How have y'all been?
I missed you too. I missed you all too.
Yay! I'm glad it's not just me.
Yes, there's, y'all been gone too long, in my opinion.
The feeling is mutual, is what I can say.
Yeah.
I've been pretty good. I did a little bit of work on this game. I haven't worked too much on this because I've been doing other things. Like I was making another game. I've been making another game in the interim, and like lots of stuff has just happened in like the last month. So,
Mm-hmm.
there are many thoughts to be had at this. Like I changed basically how the heat system worked in this game. So there's that, which we'll talk about in game. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm doing like a lot of streaming stuff mostly. That's most of my stuff. I played a lot of games, many games,
Many,
many
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 games.
many games.
As you do.
Yeah, lots of talking and lots of games. That's me.
And a little bit of singing.
Yes, today I was doing Twitch 6 today. Which is very fun. Estaney did half of the stream with me. It
I
was a
did.
great time.
It was
Uh,
really fun.
I busted out a couple of voices for that people are like, you should use that in tabletop role playing games, and I'm like, I never remember to. which is
Well, now
mostly
you know.
my, which is
The big
mostly
one
my
being Scar.
yes.
We're here to remind you.
I was about to say mostly my Jeremy Irons, my quote unquote Jeremy Irons impression, aka being Scar. So yeah,
Nice.
that's me. Um, yeah, I don't have much else because obviously I've been doing a lot of stuff with Kelsa because we stream every week.
Right? That's about it. I mean, other than those streams, I've been doing not a whole lot. Just my day job at work and all the other stuff. Um, and things going on in the world and so on and so on. But
True, that's true. It's a lot going on.
that's why we're here in a fantasy world where there's different things going on.
There's different
Yes.
things going on. Definitely nothing bad happening in this world either.
Mm,
You solved the Triad Turf Wars.
that's
Nothing
it.
bad ever again will happen.
Everything has been solved forever.
Yep,
And
everything.
out like a pro.
Yep, you got it. You just did it. You've done it. Um, I should probably like draw lines on this map. Is what I should do. Be like, hey, here are the where the different districts are. Slash, I should just like Photoshop it so it has like the over district overlays. That would be a cool
Mm,
thing for roll to do on Roll20. Would be do like district overlays where you could like see them and then not see them, which is probably pretty easy. It's just like put them in the like GM layer and then put them in the map layer.
yeah,
Um,
probably. And you could probably even like adjust their transparency and stuff like that.
yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Because you gotta divide. It's a thing of like this is why one more reason why Blades in the Dark is a great template. Duskfall is very like the way it's divided is very clear on where things are divided. Um, and it's still like a city that's kind of a mess in terms of like it's not an American city. You can tell. It was not
Uh-huh.
planned. It was very much not planned. Like if you look at like Coleridge or something. And Republic City is definitely the same way. It's like, yeah, there are places where there are like blocks, but there's also places like Tiger Ward where it's like, and there's a street here and a street over there. There's like an alley over there that leads to used to lead to a street, but no more, like that kind of stuff. So,
Oh, it sounds like me making my I started playing City Skylines yesterday, and it's a big old mess, but it's pretty.
it's very pretty. It's a very pretty city. Prince of Denmark is a wonderful city. I'll have you know. Um, which I named because you were saying it's a hamlet, and I'm like Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark, and so that became the name of the city. Um, look, there is a king of Prussia in the U.S., so there could be a Prince of Denmark.
I mean, it looks like no U.S. city I've ever
100%
seen.
legit.
No, yeah, 100% legit. Look,
I'm just like, let's make all the roads swirly.
yep, yes, it's the closest U.S. city is Boston because Boston is also a complete mess in terms of streets. I having lived there, it very much is. Like the only place that's not like that is like Fenway, because it was filled in the 20s or early, like early 20th century. It's fine. Everything's fine. How are you, Brooks? How's it going? How are things?
Man, going on in the world aside, man, I've been feeling pretty motivated. I've been feeling pretty good. Uh, just spiritual wise, like we hit a few bumps here and there, but like newsflash to everybody, I'm engaged. So there's that. That hold your applause, hold your applause. She said yes.
Congrats.
So that's coming up, and like I finally understand what John Mulaney said about not having to call your partner your girlfriend, but like fiance. Like it does have some to it. Oh, your wife, but like soon I will be able to say, like it's a kick to it. Just like here's my wife. Like it's just so much love to it. She's great. She also cut my hair.
She cut your
It
hair
looks
very
great,
well.
by
Yeah.
the way.
It looks
Amazing things I could talk about her
fantastic.
all day, but somebody else, please, somebody else.
Hey Kai, how are you? How's it going?
Muted. So, well, I have to say it's not been great, but I'm wrapping down some games that I've been running so that I can get some energy back to myself. Um, Wednesday night in my Lady Blackbird game, I did have a player mark the dead condition, so that was an accomplishment. um, and I got to see Astani investigate some dwarf corpses for a little while the other day on Witcher 2. But yeah, I'm hoping to give myself more room and more energy and push through. Work's been really difficult, so I'm looking forward to this tonight.
I think we all are.
Yeah. So shall we get started then?
Fine with us.
Sure.
All right.
What has happened to our
Uh,
poor detectives?
A lot of things. Last episode was mostly a clip episode. Y'all had been there was one present day thing, and then we were like, what have you done the last 8 months or whatever it was? Because I
Thank you,
asked,
Brooke. Thank
yeah,
you,
because
Brooke, for that.
I asked Brooks, hey, how long has it been? And he said like 8 months. So, but hey, things change, and that's good.
And then
That's,
it was true. So there you go.
yeah, and then it was true. It's great. But last time y'all had you had been contracted by your allies, the Pro Bending Federation, to go and investigate Miss Kang Jin, who is the manager of the Roku Heights Rhino Hounds, who are a pro bending team. You had heard some information about her, and then we went to clip parts, where many things happened. People went to the South Pole and brought a family back. Anzu had some more spiritual experiences.
We never did talk about that.
No, we didn't.
I just
Also,
now realized that.
I remember
So
some
close though.
like saucy poetry reading.
Yes,
Oh, there was definitely saucy poetry reading. That was good.
Yuki, Miss Etok, and Casca became more of an item. What else? What else happened? There was just a lot happening. There was like 8 months between, so
Yeah.
I remember Azumi went looking for a blue fire trainer.
Yes, you did. Yeah. There were a lot of we did big downtime things from what I remember. I'm gonna just look at the clocks that y'all started because I think that'll tell me a lot about what happened. Oh, Miss Etok, I think removed Casca's one of Casca's traumas.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the thing. So they are no longer vicious, I think was the word.
Correct.
Yeah, vicious. They're still paranoid.
Paranoid is okay, but vicious.
Yeah.
We're trying to get away from that life.
That's true. X is trying to find a metal bending teacher, and we're getting there. Or I think found a metal bending teacher. Learning metal bending right now is the thing.
And reading.
And reading, yeah. Learning to read.
Reading.
Yeah. You're learning to read and you're learning how to metal bend. It's a good time. Two very different things. Who knows? And last but not least, near the end of the episode, we were introduced to a new character, Nauro. Who is Brooks' newest character, a former chi blocker, still a chi blocker. The former part's not the chi blocking. Oh yes, the Bender detector. That's right. We
The
also
triad
completed
detector that
The triad
definitely
detector.
will detect who is who is or is not in a triad and
Mhm.
is in no way whatsoever
Pending?
terrible.
What's up?
Patent pending?
Patent pending.
Patent
Yes,
pending.
patent pending.
Uh-huh.
It's still going through the bureaucracy at the patent office. It's fine.
It will definitely detect whoever's in a triad, and it's definitely super reliable at doing so.
Mhm.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't have the unreliable trait attached to it. Um, yeah. Look, I mean, this is Anna. Let's be real.
Her other invention is hallucinogenic bombs powered by cactus juice, so that are volatile and may or may not explode violently and ruin, laboratories in the university.
Yep.
When I saw the cactus juice episode, I thought of you.
Cactus juice. It's the crunchiest. It'll quench you. But yeah, lots of things happened, and yeah, you were introduced to Nauro, who was part of, gosh, do we know? Were you part of? Was Nauro part of Room 623, or was it the Equalists, or was it something independent of that? Brooks.
Carl was part of the. Carl's past was with the Equalists.
Okay.
Kind of picked up like his
Right. Does he have like ideological sympathy with them still, or is it a case of like he was in the Equalists and then he was like, nah, I'm done here.
It was more of this like so little background here. His teacher that he brought up there was the one that convinced him to leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
His teacher was, he saw that things were getting a little bad out there.
Mm-hmm.
So he like whisked him out there like, hey, like, you just get out of here. You don't want a part of this.
Yeah.
Kind of like his like last foster home. So that's how he did from.
Okay, cool. But now he has to do community service. A gift.
Yeah, that's your community service.
A gift from Judge Tachibana to the G-Down detectives. Because the judge definitely does not have a vindictive streak. What are you talking about?
No, of course not. Why would we think that?
Yeah, not
Except
at all.
that we found out that Kai had totally arranged it. That Casca had been like, "Oh yeah, didn't I tell you guys that I did that?"
And then we reversed the notepad joke, and I was very proud of that.
Yes. It's good.
It was perfect.
It was. So, other things that have happened the past 8 months. So y'all like stopped that turf war happening in Kyoshi Town, but the basically what it did was it did two things. One, it increased it did three things. It increased the police presence in Kyoshi Town. It made the like actual like community, like Tian and the people that are with her, like a bigger deal, which is a good thing. However, it also meant that there are splinter groups there are basically like splinter groups in the Terra Triad and the Creepy Crystals who didn't agree with the decision, and they have been on and off fighting each other in Kyoshi Town. So it's not large scale complete war between the two factions, but there's still like conflict going on, and now there are more cops in the district as well.
That's not our job.
No, it's not. You did what you could, and now you're here. Also, y'all had a lot of other stuff to do. But
all the cops in Kyoshi Town mean less cops in Tiger Ward.
It's true. Tiger Ward's in an interesting position because Block 6 has successfully kicked all of the major tryout operations that were in Tiger Ward out of the district. So now the district is effectively controlled by the citizens, the block association, the citizens of Tiger Ward.
You know what?
Which
I'm okay with that.
yeah, which
That's how it should be.
it may be a problem with the cops later. We'll see. we'll see
Who's
soon
to
enough.
say?
Yeah, who's to say exactly? But yeah, those have been the main things that are related to y'all. There have been other things happening in the city as a whole, but those are the main things that are related to you. So, in the meantime, y'all returned to your headquarters in Tiger Ward and met Nauro. And I think from there, we really just like ended at the office and being like, we should start our investigation of Miss Kanjing.
Yep.
So, I suppose, what do y'all want to do? You have a basically a mandate from the Pro Bending Federation being like, go and investigate her.
X is going to go home. She's going to just leave you guys. She's going to say, all right, guys, I'll let you guys take care of this, including the squirt over there. Do you guys think you'll be all right with me sitting out on this one?
Okay.
Well,
Sure.
what's going on?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just been sleeping well. Just kind of just been feeling off lately. I'm just gonna take a few vacation days real quick. But hey, you got this. You got the young buck there to keep you company. I'm sure he'll be all right.
X, we'll be fine. You need to go get some sleep. Go get some rest. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about a thing. We've got this.
Let us know if you need anything.
I will. And so she jumps out the window and is on her way.
Nishong shouts at the door after, don't forget your noodles!
Your heavy footsteps come through the front door.
Right? Flawless.
Yeah. There we go. You get your noodles and you're gone. So, yeah, the crew is down in X. Mostly because X has to do some self-care, which is important.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, but y'all are
That giant lady was... No, go ahead.
So y'all are in the office. Like you're in the office. You have your assistant. You have of course the old switchboard map, which is still not correct to what's current in the city because
And it
why
never
would you
will
ever
be.
actually fix it? Yeah, exactly. It never will be because it's an artifact of what was here before, and you gotta remember.
It's a piece
Yeah.
of art.
It is a piece of art. It's true. You definitely don't actually use it.
It'll be necessary for the time travel episode.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. There's gonna be a random Star Trek time travel episode. It's gonna be weird. But yeah, you have like a few papers on like things that you've already gathered on Miss Gangjin, but otherwise like you don't have much because you just started the investigation, and Yuki's here is like looking like through the things that you asked her to look through. It's just like, so I'm not really big on like up on pro bending, so I couldn't get that much, but I know like Izumi used to be a pro bender and like a few other people, but shrugs.
Certainly you have some people that you can ask, Izumi.
I mean, yeah, obviously. Who could I ask?
Let's look at the people that you know.
don't-
Obviously
but-
you can ask Goro, for
Yeah.
sure. How much
I'm
Goro
not
will know
talking
is
to Yuri. I'm not talking to Yuri. It's not happening.
you can
Just a
also talk
little bit.
you can also talk to Bono, because Bono you met through pro bending, as we established.
Yeah, he was our sponsor. So I guess I
Yeah.
could talk to Bono.
Yeah, I think it's they them Earth Kingdom diplomat. That's who it was. I was
Yeah.
like, I have some of this stuff written down. Yeah, you could go talk to Bono for sure.
I have two thoughts. One, talking to those people, and then two, because our target's like a person who manages like different teams, right?
Yeah, their primary team is the Rhino Hounds, but they manage like other smaller teams. They manage like imagine the Rhino Hounds are their like major league team, and then they manage like some like minor league farm teams basically.
Like entry level type stuff.
Yeah.
Is Conjin a former pro bender?
Let
I
me
don't think you
check.
said she was. I don't think
I
so.
don't believe she was. No, she wasn't. The thing she used to work on the docks. She used to be a dock worker. And she like basically made her way through to management, which is very impressive. Like that's another thing that makes her very impressive is she wasn't a pro bender before.
I want to interview someone that she managed but is no longer under her, so that they don't feel like they can't answer questions and stuff like that.
Smart, very smart.
I want to tell her that I'm trying to get back into the biz and see if she'll manage me, and try to get intel that way.
So we'll put a pin in that. We'll get to that.
I don't trust the Pro Bending Federation.
You shouldn't.
And I don't know if or which one of my characters would distrust them as much as I do out of character. But I guess what I want to know is like from what we heard, she was pretty clean, and we're supposed to go dig up dirt on her, right?
Yes, exactly.
And so I want to know who wants this. Like,
smart.
Like, it's the Pro Bending Federation, right?
Yeah.
But
it's the Pro Bending Federation.
There's someone in the Federation that wants this information or who's adjacent to it, and I want to know who that is.
Yeah, I think a good thing to note about the Federation, like a lot of modern sports leagues, is that the Federation has its management side, but it also has a bunch of investors, like the people who own teams and stuff like that. So there's definitely could be other people pulling the strings for sure. So that's a good thought on that.
I also have a question. Like, since I was actually involved in pro bending, is there anything that I would just know from being involved there?
Yeah. What do you think you would? What do you ask? What question?
Like, not necessarily specifically about her, but like, at the moment, I don't know if Azumi would have a reason to know that the Pro Bending Federation is dirty.
Oh,
is that something that I should know?
Yes. As a former player, you know that like backroom deals and stuff happen all the time. You yourself may have been part of some if you want to be, but you may have also been like one of those players that was like, no, we don't throw matches, that kind of thing. Because like match throwing and match fixing and stuff is rampant in the Federation.
Okay.
I know who it is. It's Anna. And here's how. It's from back when she used to work at her uncle's steam bath.
Oh, from Kenshin's bathhouse, yeah.
Right. So when she worked at Kenshin's bathhouse, I feel like a number of the Pro Bending Federation, like the actual pro players, would go there to let off steam.
Yeah.
And so she's heard things in the background, right?
Right. Also let off steam. Yeah, the Volcano Bathhouse is the name of the bathhouse. For sure. That makes that totally makes sense. That you would know somebody from that. But I think we'll start with match throwing. Very different. We'll start with Casca finding one of the former players, because I think that makes sense. And I think Casca, you're good at finding people. You're pretty good at that.
Brooks, earlier, did you want to say something as Naro, and it got lost 100 years ago?
No, not as Naro. Okay. No, and I completely forgot what I was gonna say. So let's move on.
Yeah. Cool. So, Casca, or is it Venat that's looking for this? I guess is the question.
No, I think it's definitely Casca, but I think unless there's objections or a better place for Naura to go, I think they feel responsible for Naura for multiple reasons.
Fair.
I would want him to tag along.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So who do you go find? Like, do you find a former player? Do you find like somebody you used to know in the Red Monsoons who was who did pro bending stuff, or like?
That would definitely amp things up, wouldn't it?
It would.
Yeah. Let's meet a red monsoon. That's a great idea.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we've actually, other than Teamer, who's a lawyer, we haven't met any actual red monsoons. I don't think.
Well, no, it's
Um,
the very first session we met somebody, but we let that thread die out.
Right.
So
Yeah, I don't remember who that was, unfortunately.
That
Or
wasn't the guy who was outside recruiting folks, was it?
it might have been. It's just been a long time, so there is that. I do remember who you're talking about now. I don't remember their name, unfortunately.
sure,
Uh,
sure.
I might have. I mean, actually, I can Control F for red monsoons.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably in the case notes somewhere too.
There is shit. Oh, you know who was a former Red Monsoons member? Shay. Shay was a former Red Monsoons member. The person who's in charge of Endeavor Security. That was like a whole thing. I remember that. Who else did we have like Red Monsoon? Pitsy was the person from the first episode. That's who it was. Yeah, she's a Red Monsoon who's in Tiger Ward. Though she might not be in Tiger Ward anymore because Block 6 kicked them all out. But yeah. You know Pitsy. She's a member of the Red Monsoons, and then you also know Shay, and they're over in the industrial district or the industrial sector. They're the ones who ended up like sort of being your antagonist, but sort of being your friends when the whole kidnapping stuff happened back in season like 2. Because they were working for Future. They're like working for Future Industries. Or at the time, I guess.
So I know we have threads in the pot for Future Industries and things going on with that, but personally with Costco, we were dealing with, will they, won't they, with the whole triad mentality and viciousness thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's going to be personally more interesting to go with Pitsy than it would be to Shay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have physical description for Pitsy, so I will re-describe Pitsy for it and make a new description for Pitsy.
Sure.
She's a Red Monsoons member. She is from the Northern Water Tribe. Which is interesting because like the Northern Water Tribe's like super patriarchal, but of course she's in Republic City, so she doesn't give a shit. She is let's see, what are some good descriptors for her? I think she has like a cut on her neck that's like very evident. And she keeps her hair short. Like it like you can tell like she keeps it short, like not just like it happens to be short now, like she does this intentionally. But yeah, and she's like a fairly like stocky build as well. And obviously by virtue of the fact that like most Red Monsoons members, she's a waterbender.
Right.
But yeah, where do you find her?
Why don't we say that I was introducing Naro to Duster,
Yeah.
Duster,
Yeah.
and she shows up.
Okay, which is interesting because now we're friends with Duster, but yeah, no, totally, let's do it.
I'm going to introduce you to someone.
Yep, I'm going to introduce you to someone. It's like, wait, we're friends, all right?
No, that's perfect. I really love
great.
that moment of like, all right, we're gonna introduce you to our contact, and now I was just like, what's up, Duster?
I love
For
it
sure,
too.
yeah.
Awesome.
What's a hey Naro? What's like a thing that you like do with Duster? Like y'all are friends. It's like what's something that
Yeah,
is there like a call and response? Is there like a sign? Like what's the thing with them?
I my relationship with Duster is just like, like I don't know if you guys remember those old timey movies where like those dusty kids in England who would be pickpocketing in and they go to an adult.
Yep.
It's like that, but less musical and whimsy.
Ah, I see. Okay, it's oh gosh, that kid in Sherlock Holmes whose name I don't remember.
So
Wiggins.
basically,
I know who you're talking about
you
too.
use the fence as a fence. Got it.
Yeah, you use the
Well,
fence.
it's more like he's like a Fagin sort of character, right?
Yeah.
Like one of those guys who has like his army of child pickpockets and
Yes.
gangs who beat people up. I've been watching what is it? It's a like Whitechapel or something on Netflix. It's the one where it's like it takes place during Jack the Ripper times or just after.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of them. That are like that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's the Duster has a network of kids and Naro is part of it for sure.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
So yeah, this is
I don't
something.
think we knew that.
Yeah, this is something you didn't know, but something obviously Naro has. So, yeah, the Baker Street irregulars. That's exactly it, chat. Um, yeah, so you have this thing where like Duster like looks at you, it's just a question thing, and like looks at Casca, and it's like, I see you two have met.
Right.
Is he in trouble?
Oh, you're speaking as Duster. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. Well, he is joining us for a while. We are going to teach him how to be a detective.
They nod, just like, good. That's I think they can definitely put their skills to use for sure. And they're about to say something else, and in through the door comes Pitsy.
Right.
Another thing, of course, that this is important for Red Monsoon members because all Triad members like have different tattoos that are important for the Triad. The Red Monsoons, theirs is like are red waves, that like that go up their arms, starting at the back of the hand. And so she has waves that go up to like probably around like where her elbow is on her right arm.
What season would you say this is?
Oh.
Are we? Is it a hot season or?
I don't remember what it was when we started.
Sure. Well, the point being is that if it's hot and I'm still wearing long sleeves to hide my tattoos, it would be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, also this is like a 1920s like inspired thing, so there's a lot of people who wear like button ups with like cuffs and stuff like that. So gotta have that suit. I think it was like it definitely wasn't winter when we first started the game back in season 1 and 2.
Okay.
But it's been 8 months, so like the weather it's probably
minimum of 8 months.
A minimum of 8 months. So it's probably, you know what? It's probably summer right now. That's it's a good shout.
Okay. So I'm already sweating a little bit.
Yeah.
From the heat. Getting into Duster's shop actually like took it down 10 degrees or so.
Yeah. But she opens the door, like the bell rings, and she walks in. I don't think she recognized I think she recognizes you sort of. Like you y'all were in the Red Monsoons around the same time, but like different departments.
Okay.
So she like kind of like looks at you, doesn't say anything, looks at Dust, you're just like, hey, I need something.
So given that Pitsy seems like she wants some privacy with Duster, I think what I would do is indicate that we're going to give both of them their privacy, but I say, can I talk to you when you're done with Duster?
Yeah, she turns just like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
She just kind of like shrugs, just like, yeah, sure. Because she's not really sure what it's about. So her and Duster go off, leaving the two of you in the shop by yourselves.
Why would he care if you were in trouble, Maura? Or they would care if you were in trouble?
Well, before I guess you probably don't know the full details. Well, it's expensive living out here, and kid's got to make his wage somehow. So I would find random loose things in people's pockets, and I would just borrow them, and then I would take it to Duster, and he would borrow it, and he would give me money, and I would borrow it, and I keep it sometimes all the time. The people don't get the stuff back.
Will anybody in Jidao find their stuff here later on?
God willing, I hope so. I hope not.
Or not? Okay. You said, like, all right.
I feel like you
It's
said
just
that.
hard, okay?
I feel like he said that first, and he was like, "Wait, no, that's the wrong thing to say."
Right.
No, that was so in character.
Yeah.
That was all in character.
Love it.
No, what? No.
Well, just to be clear, you're not going to be working with us without a salary. You will be paid for the work that you're doing.
His face just drop a little bit, like salary. Oh, you okay? You need me to do some under the table. Got you. I knew there was something about you. Okay. I think I can hang out with you a little longer. All right.
At that point,
The gears in his.
you know what?
moving.
At that point, I think I start rolling up my sleeves.
Yeah, and the Red Monsoon tattoos are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Oh.
where I came from. Also, it's really, really hot. You've got to admit it's really hot.
Tops all the time, 365 days.
I don't know
I
if
can't afford any.
I don't know if you interpreted that about the weather, because that's what I intended, or if you interpreted that as me talking about myself being hot. But
the latter, actually.
okay, that's what I thought. Like, I was talking about like I'm rolling up my sleeves because it's hot, right? And you're like, yeah, it's hot. Awesome.
That's cool too. Like, I start looking at mine, like I should get tattoos like them. Like, maybe I'll be cool. Like,
Is that what you say out loud?
that's what he says. I like he's thinking that. Like,
Okay.
he's thinking, but he does say it out loud.
He doesn't. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so you have a little bit more time, and then Duster comes back out. Pitsy's carrying something that's wrapped up. And she looks at you, Casca's like, "You wanted to talk?"
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but I work for the Jidao Detectives now, and
I thought you looked familiar. Detectives, that's right, Tiger Word.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm wondering if is she looking at does the tattoos do anything to make her remember anything, or
She looks at the tats and looks back. You're just like it's the thing of it's jogging her memory, not just the fact that you're a detective, but oh, I remember you from the monsoons.
right.
Yeah, she's just like, all right. You gonna wow us with your plans again?
Yeah. I found a way to do that with a little bit less personal danger. So
yeah, I'll never forget the weapon that you had.
Yeah.
Look, Tetsubo torch was a thing. So
anyway, we're looking into a manager for a pro vendor association, and we're looking to find some people that she might have managed before that can answer some questions about her.
which team?
she's currently managing the Rhino Hounds.
Like kind of looks away, just like
Kanjin?
Kanjin?
Yeah,
It's
Kanjin.
not. It's like, yeah, I might know a person or two. She used to manage a team from Little Water Tribe.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably, I don't know, 8 years back. You know, they go through those teams fast, as far as I heard. We usually, you know, recruit the ones who fall out.
Okay.
Yeah. Good stock, gotta say. But yeah, I know a couple. They're probably still, like things. Yeah, I could probably find somebody for you. Where you want the meeting? And anything else I should know?
The meeting I would be some like diner or shop, restaurant or whatever near where the Red Monsoons tend to hang out.
That's
So
the
that
Little Water Tribe for sure.
Yeah, Little Red Tribe. Okay. So I guess that's the eel buns.
Yeah, the eel. Yeah, you're gonna go back to oh god, what's her name? Is it Zahi? Yeah, Zahi's.
Isn't Zahi mad at you or something?
I think Zahi was
Me?
mad, but we did a favor.
Oh
for
right,
Zahi,
yeah, okay.
remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that smoothed it over. Never mind.
Yeah, that's right.
There was this whole like sneak in under a box incident. I remember that.
Hey, I rolled 6s. It was fine.
Yeah, she like
You
nods.
roll them.
Pitsy like nods. It's like, all right, look, favor for yeah, gotta do a favor for Farmer Monsoon, but I'll bring one of them there. We'll meet you in Zahi's.
At this point in time, we don't want her knowing that we're looking into her. So, just that's the only other thing.
I'll keep him low. You know,
I'm sure.
I mean, it's just meeting between a reunion, eh?
Right. A reunion. Absolutely. Yes, Nara. You don't like I swipe and flip a train.
Sorry, now people raise hands here. Is that a tattoo that I get if I do a couple of missions with you guys, or is that like a VIP thing?
Yeah, Vincey just looks at you, just like, what, you want to join a triad, kid?
I get a tattoo if I do?
You a bender?
No.
Might have to talk to some people about it. Hey, yeah, you get some tats. I mean, look at mine. She like holds up like she holds up the like right arm with like the full like wave. It's like, though I think usually your people like you usually join like the Agni Kais or something. Not that I'm gonna complain. Hey, hey, recruit's a recruit, you know?
That's true. Like look back at Casca, just like going to get my tattoo.
Casca's laser beam eyes aren't working, but they're like boring through your face right now.
Holding it steady.
Yeah, Pitsy sees what's happening and she just grins, just like she like puts a hand on your shoulder, Casca, as she's going out, just like, Kid there is a little bit of a loose one, ain't he?
His enthusiasm is unbounded.
Useful. And she walks out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, so y'all have a meeting with a former pro bender who's now part of the Red Monsoons.
At the cost of another favor, right? That's what you were saying.
Yeah, basically she was like, "This, I'm doing this as a favor for as a favor because you were a former Red Monsoon."
Oh.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, like, you're a former Red Monsoon. I remember you. Like, I'll do this as a favor, but like, if you want anything else, like, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be a cost to it."
I'm using up all of my cachet. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. You're using your clout, like, to get this, basically.
Okay.
Anna, who you got connections from Volcano Bathhouse, or at least you know some stuff.
At least
So,
I know that there's some shady people doing shady things. And Anna is not the kind to really voice her suspicions.
Hmm.
So I just want to maybe um, basically she wants to do some investigating on her own.
Okay.
Partly because she doesn't want to rock the boat and be like, maybe we're working for the bad guys, and maybe she doesn't want to be like, uh, also she doesn't want to yeah, she doesn't want to bring something that's nothing, so she wants to go and get some
Right.
information first.
Sure.
And if she can prove it, then it's worth the time.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna start this investigation clock. Of it's gonna be called. What's with Miss Conjing? Also, I'm gonna make it bigger so people on stream can see it. Oh, that's too big. 26. There we go.
So I think talking to my Uncle Kenshin is probably the best way to go about this.
Yeah, probably.
And see like if he's heard anything, or if anyone else working at the bathhouse has heard anything, and being like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna level with him, right?
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. He's there, like he's like you go into the back room and like he's there like folding some towels. A redescription of he's like this. He's a tall and willowy man. He's got like he always wears like a tall hat and he has a Fu Manchu. And like he looks over is just like he looks at you and like automatically his face goes from like kind of boredom to like he's really used to like folding towels to like instant dissatisfaction. um he looks just like,
Hey, Uncle Kenshin.
Anna, why are you here?
Well,
Be quick.
I'm working for some detectives now, right? And well, I remember overhearing some things when I was working here, and well, I want to know who wants to know what we want to know, and this seemed like a good place to find out.
He takes a few seconds to process what you just said. He's just like, eavesdropping on customers again, I see. Not that that's he stops being like mad and just like does the big like sigh out and it's just like, not that that's a problem. You don't work here anymore. So, who do you want to know about? Seems a bit of a important matter.
Um, who hired us? Like, I would have that name at least, right?
Sal hired you.
Okay.
Sal, your peg leg ex
Right.
Fire Nation Navy vice cream person.
Right. Well, I'd start with Sal, but really, I want to know anyone in the Pro Bending Federation League, higher ups especially. They want to know about, and I already forgot her name. Shoot, where is it written down?
Miss Kanjing.
They want to know about Miss Kanjing, but she seems like she's done nothing wrong. So I'm worried that they're trying to pin something on her, that there's something else going on here. And I've heard them talking in the back rooms before. I don't know their names, but I, it's been a while, and they just seem kind of really shady.
Nods. It's like, at least you are being earnest about this. And this is where I think there's an action roll of some sort.
Sure. Yeah. I feel like I am being earnest, and I'm talking with my relation, so this feels like it would be a schmooze.
That's what it feels like to me as well. I think this is a fortune roll. Like, I don't
Sure.
think there's like terrible things that happen. It's a question of like how much information you get.
Sure.
There's no like real real consequences of this, but like
Six.
Well, that's a 6. All right, great information. You're definitely
Fantastic.
you're definitely gonna get some stuff on this. What's up with this Kanjin? What's on this Kanjin clock? Get two on
Right.
that, and probably some additional information about the Federation.
Ooh.
Yeah, but ask me some of those gather information questions. How about it?
Oh, gather information questions. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Um, the one at the bottom. What's really going on here? I feel like that may be too much to ask, but
Man, maybe just a little bit.
Um,
I don't think Kenshin knows.
no. But I guess like what do they intend to do? Is kind of my question. Like,
What do they intend to do?
Are-
That's a good question. So the mysterious higher ups of the upper management of the Pro Bending Federation are a bit of like they're not like the people who are like in the public spotlight, not very mysterious. It's the investors and stuff who are because
mhm,
you know it's the people with the money pulling the strings.
right.
But in this case, it is the interest that you like. I will list out a few factions who have vested interest in the Federation.
Mhm.
Of course, the three largest corporations, Verritt Global Industries, Cabbage Corp, and Future Industries, they are the largest investors in the Pro Banding Federation. Um, Future Industries currently does not have a team. They've been trying to get more into the Federation. Um, and that is something that they're having tension with. Like they have permanent tension with the other like big corporations here because they're like one of their things is like they're one of the big Republic City grown corporations along with Cabbage Corp. And
Mhm.
like they resent Varric, but also they always resent each other because they're corporations. They just want more, especially from each other. So there is a lot of conflict between them and then private investors, so just independently rich people,
Mhm.
who invest in the league because invest in the federation because they're like, I want a team, or like I want a good investment, and that usually means lots of match fixing and stuff because that gets me money.
Mm.
There is also some like more shadowy stuff that people are less certain of, like that are probably like things that are attached to like the triads and stuff, but that's stuff that's less well known. Their
Mm.
intention, the like upper management of the federation, their intention is to like wring in as much money as they can from the federation. That's their thing, is to get as much money as they can with whatever way they can without revealing themselves.
Mm.
How Kenshin tells you this is Kenshin mostly just like just like body drops a little bit, just like, well, subject of Sal and your the bigwigs of the Federation, they're beholden to their, the people with the money. And you know what the people with the money want? More money.
I really understood that, but oh, okay.
They think it's the spirit of Republic City, after all, in the United Republic.
I don't know why, but like I'm picturing Anna like thinking about like a bunch of things that like the sewers underneath Republic City, that like
Mhm.
those tunnels that is now her new vice, about
Yeah.
how like that is what's running the city, and like this idea of it being money is just like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, it's ludicrous, and I think like Kenshin is the same way. Like Kenshin's a business owner, but he's not those investors at all, and
Mm.
you know that for us. He's just like, so that seems to be the thing, is that they want that money and they want it in any way they can. That's as far as I hear.
I wonder just how they're gonna make that money off this information, though.
He shrugs. I haven't heard about this Miss Gangjin in a while, if I'm going to be honest. Uh, she's been here before. Nice woman.
Seems to
Pays
be what
well.
everybody's saying about her. Well, if she comes by, don't say I was asking about her, but if somebody says anything, if you hear them, can you let me know?
I will let you know, niece. You
And like
you go.
she starts fishing around in like one of the pockets of her overalls and pulls out like a crumpled card and is
Mhm.
like, I'm supposed to give this to people. It's got a telephone number on it. We've got a telephone. Did you know that?
Yeah, he takes. He's just like, moving up in the world, I see.
I'm trying, Uncle.
You're doing good. Go do your whatever you do as detect.
Cool. You are
Yeah.
cutting out real bad, but I will
Oh
go
no,
and
I'm
detect.
sorry. I am sorry. I didn't. I was, yeah, there is. My having a bunch of packet issues.
More packet loss issues.
Yeah, it is not fun. It's the summons. There's nothing I can do about it other than just wait. Ugh. We're just gonna push on through. That's the thing. Uh, okay. So, Izumi,
Yes.
about trying to fight Miss Kanjin.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about trying to find her?
I think I want to talk to Bono first.
Okay, yeah. So Bono, as you know, works in the Earth Kingdom Embassy downtown. They are like they're usually like pretty busy because like this is the United Republic is ruled by all of the nations. So like there's a lot and there's like a lot of Earth Kingdom citizens who reside in the city. So like they're usually pretty busy, but they have time for you always. They always have
Yeah.
time for you. You're friends.
Absolutely. We're besties.
Yeah, so they set up a time, and they're inviting you to. They invite you to a downtown restaurant. Like you get some Earth Kingdom cuisine, that's in downtown.
Yay.
Yeah, some nice dumplings for sure.
I mean, I'm all about them dumplings.
It ain't Dow's. It's different because Dow's dumplings are like those down to earth like mom made them at home dumplings. These are like they're restaurant. They're restaurant quality. You can tell like they've been made by like somebody who very much trained at this later in life.
So it's like skill versus love.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely.
Gotcha.
A lot of technical
Out
skill.
there getting fed by Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, pretty much. That kind of thing. Like professional chef versus like, hey, I've had this place for 35 years and like I put a lot of love into them. Yeah, it's like nice plates, like good like it's a nice spacious restaurant. Like lot of definitely like upper class people who go around here, but like you're with a diplomat, so and you get served fairly promptly, and they lean forward like they are in their they're in their diplomats attire, which is like the diplomats of the Earth Kingdom. They dress they generally like all the officials of the Earth Kingdom like dress in um long robes that like go down to around their ankles, so they're green, and they wear a box cap, and they're wearing that, or they took the box cap off because you're eating, but they have like this long green robes and like the symbol of the Earth Kingdom emblazoned. They lean forward, is like, so it's been a while.
It has. How are you?
I am doing fairly well. The embassy's been pretty busy, I must say. But-
Busier than usual, or just same old, same old?
Well, I mean, after you destroyed Harmony Restoration, we got a little bit less busy, but then it came back to business as usual. It's comforting to know that you're part of a group that directly affects our government's policy. Interestingly enough,
That's kind of weird, though, isn't it?
is a little bit weird. There was and they like get like their voices a little low. There was some shuffling at the embassy after you destroyed Harmony Restoration.
Shuffling.
They nod. Some people got sent home, got replaced.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Guess.
Well, I mean, we were just trying to get to the bottom of people breaking into places in Little Water Tribe, and then it just kind of happened.
They nod, just like, I understand that, but for our government, there were some who saw Harmony Restoration as an opportunity, which I don't see that. I think it's a bit bogus. This shared project's been working wonderfully for everybody, and so I don't see why we should sink that for a few radicals who thought the Earth King 70 years ago was right.
So hey, I wanted to talk to you because this is a secret. And she just kind of leans in.
Yep, they lean forward, just like, go on.
I might be getting back into pro bending.
Face lights up. No, no way. What team?
I don't know yet. We're putting something together. It's not. I'm getting Goro back.
Oh, you two are back together then as a team. Okay.
We're trying. We might be. It's not official yet.
Right. Who's your third?
Well, I haven't asked him yet, but um, the detective agency that I work for, they've Casca has a brother, and he's an amazing waterbender, and he does snow volleyball, and I want to see if he'll join our team.
They nod.
But
Just like,
we're
"What?"
also gonna need a manager, right?
They nod, just like, all right, I see what's happening here. Okay, okay. Did you have anybody in mind?
Well, I've been asking around, and I've been hearing a lot of mixed things about this Miss Kanjin.
They
And
they they kind of like, you remember her from the league, right?
I mean, barely. We didn't really interact too much.
Fair. Hmm.
But I
Well,
was wondering if you knew anything because, like, some people are saying like she's really great, but then other people are saying like she's involved in some weird stuff. And I don't want to get involved in weird stuff. I mean, you know me. I I never took any. We never took any bribes. We never took any like falls. We were always on the up and up, and that's really important to me.
right. Okay. I think now is a good time for an action roll as well. What
Okay.
action would you say that you're doing here?
I feel like I'm either schmoozing or finagling.
Which one? It's your
I-
choice.
I'm gonna finagle
Okay.
because this is not why I'm seeking out Miss Conjure.
No,
and
it's
then
not.
at least that way I get a die in it.
Yeah, I think this one's gonna be an action roll.
Okay.
Like they want to believe you, but also like, you're saying things that like they may not have heard, or they know something that you don't, and like,
Sure.
yeah. So I think this will be you have good opportunities. This is gonna be controlled. This is your
Okay.
and controlled. I think controlled standard. Their amount of the amount of information you can get from them is kind of standard amount. Like, you'll see. Like they are kind of like they're a diplomat. They have some connections, and they'll hear some stuff. But
Sure. I would love to listen to a devil's bargain.
That's a good question. That's a
I've got
good.
one.
Oh, please. Yeah. What's up?
They'll
what's your
only
devil's
agree to give the information if you guarantee that you're going to form a team again so that they can sponsor you.
I mean, I will take that because one of my traumas is obsessed with becoming a pro bender.
Well,
No,
see,
there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So
Totally.
So-
I love
that gives you the obligation to actually follow through on that.
Can I get
I
a
mean-
quick rundown of who is Amuse with again? I'm sorry.
I'm meeting with Bono. They are my diplomat friend. They are a diplomat of the Earth Kingdom, and they're my former sponsor when I was a pro bender.
Okay.
We met them in season 1, I think.
They helped me reduce heat when I burned down part of the town.
Yes. that is what happened. Yeah.
I was just trying to figure out how I could use my ability to give a free assist, and I was thinking that maybe my diplomat connection might have like
This is
maybe
not...
told you where to like the best time to meet them, or I don't know. I was
You
just
could
trying to
even you could have even just seeded some information to them, so it makes my story seem more credible.
Okay. Yeah. So I would have called them beforehand and explained the situation,
Okay.
and kind of made the secret reveal not quite so secret, so that it seems like it's being backed up on multiple sources.
Right. it says 2 times per in this case job, and I think that works for this. Like y'all are in a job, so yeah. If you without it. This diplomat here, is this your bureaucrat friend or is this the immigration?
This is the Air Nation diplomat.
Okay, cool. Okay.
But,
yeah.
but I think in this case, the way I helped out with an assist was just calling Bono and saying, "Hey, here, like, the Zoom is coming by, and
Right.
just to let you in on the secret, what's going on." So, yeah.
Advance notice. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's totally an assist.
Cool. Okay. So 2 bonus dice then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So controlled standard. I'm fine with that. 2 bonus dice. Look at those 5s.
Those 5s. Okay. So there's some sort of consequence, or you can you can change tactics, or take. You can either change tactics, or take a consequence. I believe is how.
I'm gonna take the consequence because I don't think there's anything I can do to get more dice. So rolling it again is just worse for me.
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be again based on the Devil's Bargain, is that Bono's gonna start making preparations in expectation, and people are gonna hear about that you're forming a new team.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not even resisting that.
Well, there you go. Just want to know that yeah, you might get some heat from it later. It'll be fine.
It's not a big deal.
Or something. Yeah, but otherwise
highly
that's
appropriate.
There's gonna be another 2 ticks.
That ever did it and got away with it.
They put their hands together and it's just like, all right. You better be serious about forming that team, because I'm gonna be getting those resources together right after this.
I have never been more serious about anything in my life.
They just like, good. Then we can do business again, so to speak. I personally, before we start talking about Kanjin, I would love to be your manager, but I don't have enough time. So I will have to be content with being a sponsor instead. Your primary sponsor, I might add. So no matter what happens, the Earth Kingdom's looking out for you. But
sorry.
Yeah.
I want to give one detail. I when I called Bono, like, I know that they know I'm not sure what the pronouns are.
They them are the pronouns. Yeah.
So I'm not sure that they know. I'm sure they know who Izumi is, but I also add in her skills have gotten a lot better. You may have seen about her on the front page from the first season where she jetted her way across town and stuff like that. Just to take us back to the first season and how reckless she was and stuff like that. But also she's a lot more powerful as a vendor and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll
yeah, totally. No, that's a good callback. It's like, so, Miss Kangjin, I haven't heard about her or seen her in a week.
Okay.
So, if you want to go talk to her, you're going to have to find her. Since I haven't seen her for any of the matches that she's supposed to be at. I mean, there haven't been matches now. They're on a bit of a hiatus, but still. So I think something suspicious is going on with her. I don't know what. I don't know why she's gone to ground or whatever, but something's up. For sure.
Do you know the last place that she made an appearance? Maybe we could start there?
I think the last time I saw a public appearance was, well, at the stadium. Last match that she was at. The Rhino Hounds trounced in that match for sure.
I guess I could go maybe talk to some of the members of the Rhino Hounds then and see maybe if they know something.
Perhaps.
Obviously, I don't want to make them think like I'm trying to steal their manager, because that's not a good thing. But I don't know. Maybe I can talk to them.
Yeah, perhaps, perhaps. I would like to know what's going on as well because I've been hearing, well, murmurings. Not about her, about other things of the Federation.
Hmm. Well, if you hear anything about her, I think you have the number for our detective agency.
I believe I do. I think you gave it to me during that
Oh,
incident.
here, I have another card. Here's another card, just so you have it.
Yeah,
And
I
if you
take it.
hear anything, don't hesitate to call. Um, we have an assistant now who can totally answer the phone. So, like, someone will be there to answer the phone. And yeah, so if you hear anything.
I will let you know. I'm glad that you have a telephone now, really coming into the modern age.
I know, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, and they like go to eat their dumplings that they have in front of them. And we wipe away from that scene.
Yeah,
But yeah, Miss Kongjin has not been seen for like a week.
that's weird.
Yep.
That's
That's why
definitely not something that was mentioned when we took this job.
No, it was not. This
Do we
is
want to reconvene and share information?
Yep. Might be a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so y'all a few hours later reconvene at your Tiger Ward headquarters, and obviously with your various types of information.
Mm-hmm.
So is Amy. Kafka's like, so did Bono buy the whole like we're getting the band back together thing that we created for?
Yeah, so that's gonna happen now. So
What?
I'm gonna have to talk to Vinod.
What?
I'm gonna be a preventer again.
Oh wow, that's really cool, Azumi. You're like so athletic, and that's awesome.
I like just grab your hands, Anna,
Mhm.
and I like start jumping up and down. Like I'm so excited.
She tries really hard to be
Arrow
excited.
pipes up. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna be getting a tattoo.
What kind of tattoo? Tattoos are so cool.
I don't know if
It's gonna be one of these red waves ones. I'm hoping to get it on my forearm right here. It'll be like a big red wave.
I thought those were triad tattoos.
The club, yeah.
Well, like,
But isn't being part of a triad like really, really dangerous? I just kind of look at Casca.
No, those are just no. Those are the evil bending ones. Like this is just a club. Like super chill. Like you guys should have seen Casca. Like they just like smooth all out of. You also know that Casca got tattoos?
I've seen them.
I mean,
Y'all also have tattoos?
I don't have any tattoos. I mean, I have a scar. Well, I have a lot of scars, but I don't have any tattoos now.
Bad. So I'll be your guys' senior since I'll have a tattoo before you guys. So I guess I'll be running things here.
I don't think that's how it works.
We don't
I mean,
do tattoos as part of the G-Dow Detectives. It's not a thing. That's a
I mean,
that's
you
a triad
could still
thing.
get a tattoo, but it wouldn't be a G-Dow tattoo, and it probably shouldn't be a triad tattoo if you're not trying to be in a triad. At least, I mean, Casca?
Oh no, Anna, that's for the gangs. This is for being Casca's friend. All of Casca's friends have the blue, the red wave. That's why y'all should have seen it. They showed the tattoo and like mouths were open. Everybody just started talking.
So
This case faster if we all got tattoos.
So Casca's been not saying anything for a long time because they want Naru to start being a detective and putting clues together, but also because they don't want to be dictatorial to Naru and be like, no, you can't, absolutely not. Like, that's not the relationship that they want to form. They want them to come to their own decisions after they want him to come to his own decisions after he's examined all of the evidence and things like that. So, but at this point, it's become obvious that it's not connecting, and so Casca says, Naru, this is a triad tattoo. I was a member of the Red Monsoon.
Wait.
They told us, real quick, what was the name of? Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Name dropping here. Amon said that those triad people were all benders that hate non-benders, but like you're chill as hell.
Oh, I mean,
I find
Casca's not a bender, but I mean that doesn't matter. But does it?
I find that sweeping statements about people tend to exclude a lot of those people. Organizations can be filled with good people who don't know that they're doing bad things.
So the triads are like equalists then.
There are some similarities, yes.
Kind of like sits down and just kind of contemplates on that a little bit.
I think
Be
after
here
a
the entire time. We're not saying anything else.
a long moment of silence happens, and then Azumi breaks the tension with, "We should all get friendship bracelets."
Oh, I thought you were gonna say tattoos, and I was really excited for a second.
I would love a friendship bracelet, but won't that prevent you from getting one with your new pro bending team?
Koski, you sound like jealous or something.
I'm jealous, but I'm not a bender, so I could never be in a pro bending team. But Koski, I used to be you used to be a triad, so I can test my triad detector.
You absolutely can, Anna.
Perfect.
And I think the only thing I'm jealous of, Azumi, is how much popcorn you'll have access to eating.
We're sticking with it. We're sticking with it.
It's a character trait.
It's a very important character trait. Cool. So, like we go over all of the different information that we all brought back. What do we see as a next step, y'all?
So we still have to meet with the Red Monsoon person.
Yes, you do.
Oh, right. You still have to actually meet with them. You just set up the
Yeah.
meeting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have
Okay.
that, and we also need to try to find out details about where the heck she's gone. So we could also ask her team.
Okay.
Yes. You do
Like
know.
Do we know where was the last place she was?
The last public appearance she has was the stadium. But there other people might know, like the former team member or her team. More importantly, y'all know a member of her team. He called you out at one point.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, Rogan. He's a member of the Rogan's Rhino House.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he called you out in the newspaper.
We
Yeah.
made him eat those words.
You did for sure. Which is even better.
Oh, let's pull up then. Oh, we gotta pull up now. On principle alone.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. But let's do the meeting with the Red Monsoons first.
Can we go to break
Yeah,
first.
for sure. Yeah,
That's
totally.
a good plan. It's right
That is a
around
good
break
idea.
time.
Also allows me to make a new person because I need a new member of former Probender who's also a Red Monsoon.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back in about like 5 minutes, probably. All right, here we go. Wait. Yes, maybe.
No, everybody.
There we go.
Hey, there we go. Hi, everybody.
It took
We
me
did
a
it. We're
second
back.
to get. I unmuted and then remuted because it was being sluggish, and then
Oh, right.
you know how that goes.
Yeah, I got you.
Welcome
I
back from
understand.
break.
Hi, everybody. So, we were gonna meet with Pitsy and her Red Monsoon friend, who's a pro bender. Friend, compatriot. That's the better word.
Sure.
Yeah.
Conrad.
Friend in quotation mark. Yeah, so you meet up at Zahi's, which is as busy as it always is. Zahi's is always freaking busy. And you have a table. You got yourself some delicious eel buns and cold noodles. And so who'd you bring with you, Casca, if anybody?
That was my first question. Yeah. Who wants to come along?
I mean, we're talking eel buns.
Yeah, I
To
think.
pay for our food.
No, you don't need to pay for your own food. We'll take care of it. I think Anzu will come.
Awesome. All right, so it's the four of you. And across the table is Pitsy, and I am curious if Azumi would know who this is, actually, since he's a former pro bender.
Do we want to just make like a one die?
Yeah,
fortune roll?
make him a one die fortune roll. Yeah.
Well, I've heard of him.
This is true. You have. Yeah. Well, let's do that fortune rolls first. See if Azumi knows who.
Yeah, I totally do.
Okay. I will tell you. His name is Kritok. Kritok. I'll put that in chat as well. He him pronouns. His name's Kritok. He is a former. He's a waterbender, obviously former pro bender. He is. I'll also give you physical description. Southern Water Tribe heritage. He keeps his hair up. He's got a goatee, and he wears like a secondhand suit. Not in the best of times, but like obviously, after getting out of pro bending, he joined a triad. So, what you know about him, Izumi, obviously, is that you went up against him. He was not on your team.
Right.
He was like pretty good. He wasn't amazing, but like he did pretty well. You know, he was your average pro bender is kind of the thing.
How long has he been out of the game?
That's a good question. How long have you been out of pro bending, Izumi? And how long were you pro bending? I think are the two questions here.
I was pro bending for a year.
Okay.
And I've been out for probably about a year and a half now.
All right. He stopped probably 2 years ago. So like halfway through you doing it, like the team that he was part of just fell apart.
Hey, that's
As
what happened
you
to our
do.
team.
Yeah, as you do. Lots of pro bending teams just.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Anzu. What do you wanna know about this person? This boy.
Because it's my way. I want to know something weird and esoteric that
Of course.
does not appear to actually have anything to do with the case, but will make it work anyway.
All right.
Because that's just how it goes. I want to know who he blames for the team falling apart.
That's a very interesting question. Who he blames? Oh,
I already
gosh.
know how I know this.
All right, what deep-seated
Line about esoteric.
insecurities does he have? I think he blames. another team. He
Okay.
blames their team specifically. Like, I don't know what team it is. He blames
Sure.
their team. Like his thing. Like his thing was like we went up against them 3 times. All 3 times they beat us, and they shouldn't have. And that's why like the team fell apart. Blamed the team.
So, I definitely know this because Unsoon had done like a piece for the Truthbenders when the team fell apart like 2 years ago, and so like I remember how he'd gone off on like this tirade about the other team.
Right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, which he did was not widely quoted.
No, right. It was quoted like in the Truthbenders because
yeah, exactly. Because they're Truthbenders, you know.
It's just how it goes.
Yep.
Cool. Perfect. Flawless. I love it. All right.
Yeah, that was his thing. He blames another team for sure. But yeah, so you're sitting across the table from them, and Pitsy, like you do some short introductions, like you know, Pitsy, like everybody meeting each other, and then it's like time to get down to brass tacks. It's just like Pitsy's moving a lot of times, like, so what can we do for the illustrious Jidao detectives?
Question to the MC: does that sound disingenuous or sarcastic or
sarcastic for sure?
Sarcastic. Okay.
Yeah. Not disingenuous, just sarcastic, just like because they're triads. They're like, we don't like PIs, but like they like she personally doesn't have anything against like you four, just as like the idea of like, we're talking to a detective agency right now. But like she also believes like she's got the power in this situation because she's a triad in triad territory. So
not as cool as the other lady.
No, for sure.
What do you know about Miss Kanjing?
And this is when Kritok speaks up, just like, well, I mean, she was my manager, so I know a bit. I mean, like, she was like a pretty good manager, ran a tight ship. Like, didn't talk to her that much, honestly. Like, she usually like, she came by before every game, talked to us, like, make sure we weren't in trouble that much. Didn't. If there were any bribes or anything, she never did it. I know that.
Okay. I'm hoping Izumi will speak up at this point. And ask a question.
Yeah.
All I'll say is she looked like a pirate, and that always struck me as a little bit weird.
Did she? So, crap, by the way, you were so good. I loved watching your matches. Whatever happened to you with your team falling apart, travesty. Worst thing ever.
Yeah, and that puffs him up. He's just like, hey, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it was just travesty. Just like.
I always looked up to you guys because, you know, I was still a newbie when you were there before you guys left. And I always looked up to you guys, and it was just such a shame when you left the circuit. So, but I wanted to ask you, did she ever just like vanish at any point? Like you said she's pretty hands off, but like, did she ever just like be so hands off you didn't see her for like maybe a week or something?
He shook his head. It's like she was there at every game. You know, like she may have been like.
What about the off season? Like,
he like goes back to things like, I mean, she was at her training sometimes, but like she kept some pretty like decent contact. You know, she had a like snaps a couple times, an assistant as well who came by usually.
I hope to make Casca proud as I pull out a notebook. And I say, do you remember the assistant's name?
Yeah. She was, she was, you know, Arrowhead people. She's one of those, like heritage wise. That was the thing that stuck out in my mind. Her name was God, what was her name? She had some it was Asadi. That's what it was. Asadi. Yeah, yeah. I'll put the name in chat too. Save
So
the
I
wonder.
write down Asadi, Air Nomad question mark.
Yeah, which we'll get to in a second because there is a thing about like the air nomads
Mhm.
in this time period, like 5 years before starting season one. But it's like, yeah, that always struck me a little bit weird, you know, like one of them. Usually they're off on like Air Temple Island or whatever doing air things. I don't know. But yeah, she had her an assistant, and she would usually come by if Miss Kanjing wasn't around.
Did you ever hear anything weird about Miss Kanjin? Like anything weird? Like weird rumors or anything?
Not mostly just her past. Not really like, being a manager. I heard and like he leads for it's like I heard that she was that she was she's former Fire Nation Navy. She snuck into the Navy from the United Republic, became part of it, did some operations or something. That's what I heard at least.
Who'd you hear that from? Or is it just
Oh,
like talk around her?
yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't remember. I just remember hearing that. Like,
Hmm.
how'd you get the eye patch? Must have been something.
She had that all season long, like before y'all even met.
It's like, yeah, she had it since I'd known her.
Point over to Casca. Can I? Is this the part where I ask a question?
Do you have a question now?
Actually, I'm gonna run it by you real quick.
I'm sorry, say again, Brooks.
Do you want me to run it by you real quick?
No. Please ask your question.
All right. He likes sits up. He likes kind of sits up straight.
Yeah.
I have one more question. What was more of like a very tough love type of manager? Like, did she do a job of like say like insulting you guys or being mean to you guys a lot?
Uh, she had expectations. We didn't meet him. Got a talking to, but like, uh, she didn't bend at us or anything. Like, she ain't our coach. She's our manager. She was at
Like,
least.
did it seem like money was an issue with you guys?
He's kind of like thinks, just like, I mean, I was making. It's like he's about to say something. Pitsy like looks at him, just like, yo. It's like, you know, it wasn't not that much. I mean, look, I think I'm in a better situation now, but hey, I couldn't complain back when I was pro bender.
Should we make a roll or?
Do you want to?
I'm kind of lost where we go from here, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you can. You can just be like, and we can also
Mhm.
like make what we were talking about into a role. Like if you, because obviously the thing you're trying to find is like, what's up with her. um, so and I think like, it's some sort of social role, unless like you're like, I'm gonna flip the table and like just get in his face or something like that. Um,
I guess I'm just hoping to get enough clues for Anzu to do the Mind Palace thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you want to do like I think this whole thing like has been some sort like you could make this a role and like see like
I
you've gotten a lot of information from this for sure without
So,
like
um, I want to use mind powers. That sounds really great. But I was thinking it would be really cool if we like make like a group role, and then like Anzu's contribution to this group role is using the mind power in order to ask that one exact question that we need.
Right. Okay, yeah,
Oh, that
totally.
sounds cool.
Yeah, do
Um,
that. That's
I will say I have no dice in Schmooze, so.
Neither do I.
yeah. This is gonna be. I think we'll do this risky great. Like there's 4 of you, but it's like you're talking to try territory, so like anything goes wrong, like
Sure.
there could be some significant consequences.
So who's leading this?
I'm leading this.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, yeah, it feels like it was Casca.
That's what I thought too, but I didn't want to just put that on Casca.
Definitely Casca.
Yeah.
So you said it was risky standard?
Are
Risky
we doing a
great.
schmooze, or can we argue for something else? I know schmooze is probably best for you, Casca.
It is.
It sounded like a schmooze to me, but
Mhm.
I
The only
you
other
know,
thing I could think of was possibly it could be a bend.
it sounded like schmooze though
Okay.
from what I'm hearing.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Um,
Realize this.
Like,
My sheet. Go ahead.
yeah. From what I'm hearing, like it definitely like there are some elements to it that are bend. But I think the primary thing is like using your background connections and stuff to get access
Alrighty.
to information.
All right, let's.
Risky great.
I'm gonna push myself to get an extra die as well as the push to get more information.
Okay. As
So-
well as your mind power things.
That's what I meant by my
Okay.
push for, because
I'm just gonna stress Casca out by taking 0 dice.
when you uncover an important detail or bit of evidence, spend 1 stress for each extra feature. You know how it happened, you know what was happening in the area, and you know who is involved. So
How much stress are you spending?
I'm gonna spend 3 stress because why not?
Okay. Know everything. Cool.
I just want to know everything. I'm just gonna eat the stress up. Like, look, I already have 2 traumas. It's fine.
All right. Waiting on.
Ooh.
Whoa! Oh, it's the lowest roll.
Mm.
Damn. Too bad. Too bad.
It says that I can expend my special armor to push myself when I gather information,
This
but
is
we've already pushed ourselves, right? Oh, I don't have to pay the stress for it.
you don't
Right.
have to pay the
Right.
stress cost. You just put special armor instead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 1 bonus die.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not good at conversation.
We knew that, but we love you anyway.
There's a 6.
Ooh,
All
there
right.
we
That's
go.
6.
That's what we
You'll love to
need.
see it.
So you take 2 stress from Izumi and Naro's failures, which is mostly a case of I think the like failures here because it's a group roll, so you succeed overall. But like I think Naro like they just the 2 triads are kind of just like all right, kid, like whatever. Like you are good. You are decent at like you can do this. You can do like conversation and stuff. It's just like they don't respect you. And then Izumi, you're just too obsessed with pro-bending and being like,
Yeah, like I get real off topic real
Yep.
fast, and I start talking about like old matches and stuff. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
exactly. So yeah, this is gonna, for one thing, it's gonna fill up the clock. You're gonna know what's up with misconjing. And I'm gonna answer all of these things in those things that Anzu does with their mind powers.
Mind power.
Starting with how it happened. Actually, no, I'm gonna start backwards. You know who's involved.
Okay.
This is gonna be important. So, and I'm gonna describe like who, like the thing, like the out of character things, and then how you know it in character, because it'll be the easiest thing.
Sure.
So Miss Kongjin's been kidnapped.
Not surprised, but okay.
Yeah, Miss Kongjin's been kidnapped. She's been kidnapped by some triads. Not Red Monsoons. She got kidnapped by the Agni Kais. So you know who's involved, the Agni Kais.
Good to know.
You know what's happening in the area. I guess this is when she got kidnapped, I suppose. So this is a thing where you probably learned this from talking to because you guys were going to talk to Rogong, so you probably learned this when you talked to him. But you hear this from like the other triads. You're like, hey, I heard about this operation go down. So Miss Kongjin does not live in downtown. She lives in Roku Heights. Her place got raided and she got kidnapped, like her home.
Awkward.
Yeah. Very awkward. And the last thing, you know how it happens? Some triads went in, broke the front door, and just like grabbed her and got out.
Welp.
Yeah, and the how this comes across from Criddock and Pitsy is like Criddock is like talking like is basically stuck with Azumi talking about like pro bending stuff, but Pitsy, like, again, this is like she sees this as like to the favor to Casca, and like the fact that Casca was like a pretty big deal back when they were in the Red Monsoons. They were like, look, I'll level with you. This isn't really my thing, and it's not our turf, but I heard down in Roku Heights that something went down, kind of kept it pretty hush-hush. Cops didn't hear about it, obviously. Some bigwig got, I gotta assume it's that manager you're looking for, got broken into.
Could we say that this voiceover is occurring while we're looking around her apartment?
100%. Yeah.
I love it.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally. Yeah.
That's a perfect cut. I love it.
That's extremely good. Like she leans in, and is like, listen, and then it like goes to like you and the like y'all in the apartment.
Yeah.
Or in
I'm
the
sure
flat, I should say.
Some apartment manager has I'm imagining some small woman has let us in to take a look and stuff like that. And we're just kind of poking around.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I don't know who did it. Don't know which crew but it's Agni Kai's for sure. It's their turf. Earthbender triads are too busy doing, fighting each other, and triple threats they got better things to do. And we really kidnap a pro bending manager? Nah. Not our style.
Casca's gonna slip up and say, "Yeah, that's not something we would do. You would."
And then she nods, just like, "Yep. That's why you're good with that." But yeah, that's what I think we do. And I think we like fully the voiceover like stops and we go to like the apartment or the flat. And yeah, this place like it's not even like the door is busted down. The door was set on fire and burned down because firebenders. And like there's some like singed curtains and a few other things, and like obviously this like place has been looked a bit knocked over, but like this is obviously not like Anzu, this isn't a robbery. They were here for something, and in this case it was somebody, and that was Miss Kanjing.
Yeah. Okay.
Also they left her dog.
Oh no! How is the dog? Is the dog okay?
Dog's fine, just scared.
Crazy.
We're not going to spend the next 3 hours taking care of this dog.
Yeah, we are. 100%.
I mean, I definitely
That's,
go looking through their kitchen or whatever to make sure that there's enough food out and water for the dog. Because she's been missing for a week. Poor dog.
Yeah. Also, this is Avatar, so it's not just a dog. It's like a oh gosh.
Bro dog.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was imagining a dachshund and a badger kind of mixed together.
That's
Badger
cool,
dog.
Too.
I like
Badger
it.
dog. Hell yeah.
Badger
dog.
dog.
Badger for sure. Badger dog.
Right.
It's a badger dog. You know what? Y'all get to name the badger dog. What's the badger dog's name?
Oh no.
Is the lady a bender at all?
Let me check my notes. I don't think she is actually.
If she is,
She's a
she's
former-
not.
She's a former docks worker and possibly pirate-looking lady.
Yes, she's
So-
a former dock worker.
Oh,
Which you all
the dog's
know.
name should be Polly.
Yeah, probably the parent.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Has a badger. They're called badger hounds. That's what
Badger
they're
hounds,
called.
yes.
Yeah. Has
Yeah,
a badger
okay.
hound. Badger hound named Polly.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
I want to sit on the floor and pet Polly and give her food.
Okay. All right.
I
Yeah.
hang with kill me on that one.
I mean, Badger Hound.
Half the group sidetracked
Look at-
badger hound. Other half is like looking through stuff.
I think it's appropriate that Azumi and Naru are playing with the dog while Anzu and Casca get work done.
Yep.
The actual adults work.
Right?
Yeah. Gosh, Badger Hound must have like sharp ass claws. Like game. Must be incredibly soft. So yeah, so you all have a lot of information now, and you know Miss Function has been kidnapped. Which obviously is good. Everything Sal's telling you. They're like, yeah, get her stuff. But it seems like bit of a wild goose chase. But Federation's something to hide.
That seems pretty clear. So I think we need to find her.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. Do y'all want to talk to
how?
Rogong? Roll up to his house and be like,
We were gonna do that anyway, right?
yeah, you were. That's why I'm asking. So yeah, Rogong also lives. He also lives in Roku Heights, which is where the team's from. The team's technically from. So y'all have never met Rogong, but you know about him by virtue of the fact he called you out, and then you just smashed his face in with like, haha, we're better than that. But yeah, you get to his house, and like his house is also like you just see from the front the windows are broken.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to pull an X and just like go in through the window.
Okay. Yeah, you go in through the window, and he is here, but it looks like he's here like visiting, not like this doesn't feel like he's at home right now. Like he's like full suit. Little description of Rogong. He's of Earth Kingdom heritage. He's like thin, he's pretty spry. He's like not what you'd think of as an earthbender, but he's an earthbender, and he's like, you know, very like every pro bending team has the three types of benders, and he's the earthbender of the team, which is weird for it's a whole thing with like Roku Heights is mostly like Fire Nation people, like former Fire Nation people, and like he's an earthbender, but whatever. He's Earth Kingdom, like not Bossing Say, he's not from Bossing Say. For if X was here, that'd be an important distinction, but yeah,
Hey,
he.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Does Nara swipe anything from Constance Place as a matter of habit?
What do you swipe?
I would definitely look for something small, like a ring, something small like a ring, because
Okay.
I don't have my satchel with me. So
Or
yeah,
a badger
definitely
hound?
something small. Was that?
Or like a badger hound?
Oh yeah, no, I've Badger Hound just miraculously just followed me with his leash, and it's wild, man, how this happens.
A ring. Oh, maybe maybe she took a team to the championships. Maybe they have championship rings.
Yeah,
Ooh, I
definitely.
like that. Yeah.
Ooh.
She's got at least one championship ring.
It's got 3 gems in it for the 3 vendors, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blue, red,
got
green.
it. Yeah, blue, red, green, exactly. Yeah.
Duster's gonna love that.
Yeah, Duster's gonna love it and just be like, and then not say anything because they're like, well, I'm a fence. This is fine. But yeah, Azumi, you surprise Rogong. He just like puts his hands up and he drops what he's holding. It's just like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, I just
okay,
leap
oh.
in, do the 3-point landing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hi, I didn't think you were here. I thought you were kidnapped.
No? Are you
Well,
gonna...
that's good.
And he like looks at your arms, it's like, okay, you're not Triad.
No,
Okay.
I'm a detective. Hi.
Hi. Wait. No. You're not the G-Dow detectives? You those?
I just don't say anything.
It's like, well, alright. Whatever. Look, you're detectives. You wanna help me?
I just cross my arms. That depends. Did you kidnap your manager?
Oh my god. caught completely off guard by that, and he just like look at you slack-jawed for like I think a good like 10 seconds before he regains his composure, just like, no, what?
Right. I think that that's the time when
Yeah.
Anzu walks in the front door because she's been listening to this entire conversation through the
Yeah.
window and is like, good, then you can help us find her.
Yeah, it's just like that makes sense. Like pointing at you, it's like that makes sense. So since you're detectives, I should tell you things. You know, if you're gonna help me. Okay. So here's the thing. I had some thugs, triad thugs, come in here a couple days ago, and they busted up everything, threatened me, told me to stay out of company business.
What had you been looking into?
It's like I don't freaking know. I'm a pro bender. Look, our sponsorship seems to have been solid. I haven't talked to our sponsors in like a month. Like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. But yeah, if Miss Kangjin got kidnapped, then like obviously something's up with that. Like, she got herself in hot water. I don't know why they went after us though. Guess they didn't want us to follow? Yeah.
Did they go after anyone else on your team?
Every single person on the team.
But they're all
We're all
right?
up. Yeah, we're all in a hotel right now. But our places all got busted up.
I'd love to be able to talk to the rest of the team.
I mean, I can take you for sure. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Whatever information you need, detective. Obviously, I called the cops. They didn't do anything.
You're not
That
surprised?
tracks.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they would do something at least, but they kind of just like, I talked to some officer and then she just shrugged at me. She's like, it's not my problem. Like, as if my place got like half burned down. Shakes his head. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, we're at a.
Should have called some real detectives.
He just like looks down at you. He's like, I guess I should have. Anyway, we're at a hotel in Midtown right now. So, you want to get statements? That's how you work, right? Statements?
Yes.
Detective statement? Yeah, if you want to get statements, you head with me. Go take the trolley there.
Yeah, does anybody else want to do
Taking
anything
notes.
else here before we go there?
Is
We should
there
see if there's like a
anything-
calling card or something, right?
Yeah,
like,
I wanted to know that too. Something
Mm.
similar.
Would you like to look for things? Because there is a question of if they left anything here. That would, other than the fact that obviously they're firebenders because they're burning shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd like to do an eyeball to just kind of look around, see if I
Alright.
spot anything.
Yeah, sure.
I know that Naru also wants to look around. Did you want to do something similar, or like should we be working together, or what do you
I'm
think?
going. Let's teamwork makes the dream work. Let's just bust this one out together.
All right.
Okay.
Saying you're saying they're definitely firebenders, but maybe they're also just people throwing matches.
It's true. It's true. It could be, I guess. Yeah. So eyeballing it. I think this is. God, I don't think they're like. Because this is mostly a gather information thing, like what's happening here. I think it's a fortune roll.
Okay.
Eyeball fortune. Fortune. Fortuna.
All right. So if we're doing teamwork, are we still taking like stress on fails and stuff?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a group
Um,
action, so that's group actions work.
Did you want to lead it, or do you want me to lead it? I'm fine to lead it.
I just realized I have no dots.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, that's fine.
Makes no difference.
Or
you
or
can
spend a stress and just help her.
I feel like
I'll
spending the
spend that
stress.
stress and help you
Yeah.
out.
Okay, thank you.
You have nothing to say. You don't need it.
Fine, I can spare stress.
Wow.
Ooh, that
It
That's
helped
bad.
nothing.
That's
That-
real bad.
that-
At least it
that's
was just a fortune roll.
At least, it should just stop you for forward. Um, hmm. I guess it would be something that would get you in, like, choice. So it's a question of leaving something behind. Confirmation is what it is, and it's like confirmation of something that you didn't want to know, basically. So they did leave it all in dark. You close the kitchen and you find it. It is a oh geez. What would it be? Like, what would a triad leave?
A gun.
Not in this
Uh,
setting.
I feel like if it's like a calling card, it's like something where they're like literally leaving a mark. I feel
Yeah.
like they might have burnt something into the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
like a
burnt,
mark of Zorro, but for the Agni Kais.
they burnt this. They burnt a basically symbol of the Agni Kais into the wall. And I think there are a few characters next to it that are just that say that say what would it say? It would say something like "You're not wanted," basically, next to it.
Oh, jeez. That's
Oh, these are the
scary.
Agni Kais.
Yeah, so there's like a symbol of Agni Kais and like a few characters that's just like "You're not wanted."
So I think before we leave, I'm like, Anzu and Casca, you might want to see this. And I like point you
This
guys
is
into the
a
kitchen.
Yeah. I will go take note. Wait,
Mhm.
don't I have a camera? Didn't we determine
Yes,
that?
you do.
Yeah,
Investigators
I'm
have cameras. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a photo.
All right.
I mean,
Question to
Yeah.
Bono or Rogu.
Rogon.
I mean, whose house we're at.
Whoever's house
Rogon.
this is.
Yeah.
I was good at Rogaine.
Close enough.
Has there been a known case of people trying to scoop non-firebenders out of here?
You're asking Rogon, and he's just like, I don't know. I haven't been here that long. Like, I'm from the Earth Kingdom. I don't know.
Haven't heard anything like that before you moved in? People making you feel unwelcome?
You're kind of just like, I mean, as long as the Rhino Hounds are doing well, they're fine by me. But I don't know. Most of my friends aren't here.
We
So.
should find out if the other team members got the same kind of message burned into their wall.
But out of character, it's a good question, Brooks, because that's definitely that's a thing in all of the more like quote unquote ethnic, like, it's weird saying ethnic neighborhoods because like it's
No, I got you.
yeah, but like
More
there is-
racially homogenous?
yeah, more like national identity based neighborhoods. There we go. They all have that, a little bit of that at least. Like we saw this when X is very comfortable in Kyoshi Town because everybody, like, most people are like from the Earth Kingdom. But we see that like with that and like in Little Water Tribe where it's like, why are you here? That kind of stuff of like, if you're like not like from the Water Tribes, or if in Kyoshi Town you're not like from the Earth Kingdom, that kind of stuff. And that there's
No, I know
definitely like, I think Naru would know, being from the Fire Nation coming to Republic City, like he would know like there's probably a strain of that, and he might not recognize that much because he's a kid, but I think like he can pick up on it a little bit, which is why I asked the question. I just want to put that like there, that there is that thing.
I trade that info over to Casca, who I've just kind of made like just quote unquote teacher for the moment. Like in a show of like, hey, I'm starting to think. Hey, boss. I'm doing that thing where you said put two and two together, and I think we're seeing more than just a kidnapping here, man. These are like hate crimes now.
Someone definitely wants to terrorize these people. You're absolutely right. But this isn't simply terror. There's something more going on here. There's money, or there's a bigger motive. But I
You okay?
just haven't figured out what yet.
That is definitely a good question.
But yes, no, you're spot on, Nara. You're spot on.
I keep thinking about all the backroom talk that happens in the Pro Bending Federation. And we haven't heard anything weird about what Miss Kanjin was doing there. So, and apparently she wasn't taking bribes or fixing matches. What if that was the problem? What? And I lower my voice and I say, what if they want dirt on her to try to make her do what they want her to do? They want to make her do what they want her to do.
That's a very astute observation. Perhaps our best way to help then is to find her.
Or maybe maybe we were sent on this so that we would run back and say, oh no, Miss Kanjin's been kidnapped, and then someone can respond to it in some way without revealing that they already knew that she was kidnapped. Maybe we're just pawns that can, make certain steps happen that they don't have to do on their own.
How can you guys be pawns? I mean, we're the good guys.
You will find that Republic City is full of manipulation from top to bottom.
As Anzu thinks about Judge Tachibana and having saddled the team with Nero in the first place.
Well,
we may be the good guys, but we're definitely not at the top of the food chain.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Where to next, boss?
Well, I think at this point, we're almost required to report the kidnapping. But like I said, I'm afraid that that's just so that people can take certain actions that they wouldn't be able to take otherwise.
Anzu shakes her head and is like, it's not related to what we were asked to find. We were asked to find out a bit about her past, not her present. So, if that's what they're looking for, they can look a little longer. But I would like to find
You don't have to tell them everything, do we?
They wanted dirt. We don't have any yet. Job's not done. Let's go find her.
The point being that this is our sponsor. And if they find out that we're withholding information from them, they may stop being our sponsor. This is the peril of having someone paying your salaries.
I like tug on Anzu, but like Anzu can do like the smarts thing and like maybe put them on a different direction.
I suppose I can try. I can definitely formulate some version of the truth that they're not able to act on without letting them accuse us of leaving them out of the loop.
Yeah.
I think we just need to find her before it's too late. We don't know what they're going to do to her. And if we report back to the Pro Bending Federation, what if they say, okay, great, good job, detectives, you're done, and then they don't do anything?
Okay, but we have to act quickly. We don't have much time. There's only so long we can say that we're doing our job without actually giving them information. And like Kafka's just dealing with this paranoia, this
Yeah.
onion layers concept of the world with puppet master and puppet strings all over the place and things like that.
For sure.
Like they want to be legit. They want to we've got a legit patron going on, and like our first job is we're already talking about how much information we hide from our employer.
I mean, we're just saying, don't report back yet. We report back at the end of the job, not in the middle of it.
No, I get that. I get that.
No, but I totally get where Casca's coming from.
Plus, also years of Shadowrun, right? Mr. Johnson's not to be trusted. So,
Very true.
you're muted. Saying you've been muted for a while.
I have been muted. My bad. I think in terms of like finding Miss Kunjing and making this like, job wise, because I think y'all have like a lot of information. And you're just like the Agni Kai's kidnapped her for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have an expert informant.
That is true. Who could help us?
Let's
Well,
go get some noodles and tea.
I'm actually, you have an informant. You have an elite assistant and a regular informant. But yeah, no,
Still.
Mijang might know some stuff. Probably know some stuff. Or you can use y'all's connections and be like, where is this? Or you can just like figure out where in Roku Heights this person, like who it might be. Like y'all have a lot of options in terms of stuff. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so we mentioned how Duster has like a network of children pickpockets.
Yes.
And I will straight up just do a fortune roll on this, but like, could I like maybe like locate maybe one of like my coworkers? I call them. Maybe if they might have heard, like, might lead me somewhere, like might lead us somewhere of like, somebody being bound and gagged or carried off somewhere or something like that.
Right. Yeah, let me check your thing. Yeah, I think you could we can turn this into a some sort of role, because I think that could be had.
Okay.
It sounds like you're consorting to me.
Mhm.
Is that right?
That's a consort. That's a consort.
Yeah. Consort, yes. Yeah,
Or-
I think it's a consort. I think it's going to be risky standard. There are risks now that you're going after like the actual people, and you're going after the people who are in charge of who are in charge of the district as a whole, or the quarter as a whole. So
You might want to push this to desperate. Great.
That's what I was. Yeah, you're right.
how
I'll push
do
this.
how do you do that? Is my question.
I'm going to, if I want to race into desperate, I'm going to go to a gang, a rival gang of kids in the network for help on this.
All right, yeah. And yes, this is a schmooze, not a consort, because it's the word of the game. I haven't changed it in your sheet, but yeah, no, to go to a rival gang for sure. That would definitely make it desperate, but get you some good info. Yeah, so desperate, great, schmoozing, which is consort. They're the same thing.
Okay. Can I hear Devil's Bargain?
Yeah, sure.
Look at Brooks asking for Devil's Bargain. Boom.
He's learning.
I mean, I just really want this to work, but I want to hear what I got to work with.
Yeah. I think the Devil's Bargain here is. It's a rival gang of kids.
I will assist.
It sounds
by
less threatening the way
telling him who, like a gang that Monsoons recruit from.
Ooh, okay, yeah, totally.
I have an
that's
idea
good.
for Devil's Bargain if you don't.
Yeah,
have
go ahead.
one.
I'm trying to think of one, but please.
Quid pro quo. They help you. You owe them something. You have to like do a job for them later or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Even if they don't help you.
Yeah.
Even if they don't help you. Yeah.
That's just for the insult of coming into our game territory.
Yeah.
God, that's terrible. Well, I
That's why
mean,
it's a good devil's bargain.
I know. Nero really wants to make Costco proud and help him out, so I think he's gonna take the devil's bargain.
All right, cool. Yeah, so desperate, great, and you have 2 bonus dice.
Okay.
That's a 6. All right, cool. So desperate, great on a 6. Damn. Mark XP first of all. Mark resolve XP, because he did a desperate roll. Okay. So you're gonna. This information is definitely going to give you an in. It's gonna it is going to give you an in for this next job, for the engagement role that you're about to do essentially. From this crew you learn you go to this rival gang of kids, and these are from the Red Monsoon's gonna recruit from. So they're kind of they're Water Tribe kids, but they don't live not all of them live in Little Water Tribe. And this particular kid lives in Roku Heights. She is how old's Naru again?
16.
16. Yeah, she's your age, high school age. She's kind of scrappy. It's kind of her builds. She's got hair that she keeps, brown hair that she keeps in a ponytail. And she I think dress wise it's kind of a case of she wears kind of she also is very much secondhand, bunch of secondhand clothing that she wears, kind of keeps on her. It's just you meet with her. I'll actually give her a name, because why not? You might as well have another contact.
Might as well have more 100 more NPCs.
Yeah, because we don't. Her name is Leela. Yeah, because we don't have enough NPCs. Her name is Leela.
Add her to the web.
Got it.
Add her to the web. Yeah, I'll put her down on my notes.
There's 2 of them. It's Leela and Pitch.
Wow, damn. But yeah, Leela's just
Never miss.
you do the quid pro quo things first, and she's like, okay, I heard, and I know her. She's my cousin. Her name's Tomi. She's part of the Agni Kais. She has a gang in northern Roku Heights. I know where the base is. I know how to get in the back.
How do I get in the back?
I mean, yes, hey, I do this for you, you do this for me, right?
Honor code.
Yeah, just shakes, and it's all right, you have here, and she goes scrabbles through her pockets and pulls out a tattered map, and it's just all right, so it's right here. There's a old glass factory right here. A lot of it's boarded up, but there's this thing in the back. It was a transformer or something. There's a hole in the wall right there if you move the planks that are there.
Big as the hole.
Yeah.
Is that hole? Can somebody over 6 foot get through there?
It's if they crawled, probably, I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. She hands the map over to you.
I'll get you. I'll get you next time. I appreciate you on this.
And it's yeah, you better. I mean, this is serious stuff, and come back on me. If she hears of that,
I didn't even get this from you.
She's cool, yeah. She's a big deal firebender, so
And you've seen me out here. I'm the real deal. I'm hanging out with the G Dow detectives now.
It's
right?
Oh, look at you going straight. Wow.
You know, that got me a little job.
Oh, okay.
All right. I get paid now.
Just oh wow, okay. Yeah. I mean, hey, if you make the big bucks, remember me. No?
Oh, child, Leela. I'll remember all my people, okay? So it's
it's all right, hey, you don't get burned or whatever, you know?
Got you.
You could like take I'm off. It's off.
Not gonna be no problems.
So yeah, you have you have good information. You gotta weigh in this abandoned glass factory. I can imagine like glass factories because like glass blowing is like you use a lot of fire and stuff. Like firebenders with glass blowing, like some real cool glass.
No, that sounds brilliant, honestly.
Yeah.
I want to firebend me some glass.
Yeah, y'all can still talk to the rest of the pro benders you want, but it sounds like time is of the essence to go and get Miss Nijong out. Or Kajing. Miss Nijong. Miss Nijong is something very different.
Yes.
I feel like if everyone goes back, I don't want to. I want to find an Agni Kai and like follow them.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, totally. Break in with the rest of your team, it's fine.
Split the party.
It's fine.
Split the party, it's fine.
It's like y'all are on the trolley going wherever you're going, then you're like, wait, where's Izumi?
Yeah, so it sounds like you want to yeah, what action are you doing? I should ask.
Shadow.
Shadow? Okay. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a desperate thing to be shadowing an Agni Kai in the middle of a kidnapping operation?
Yeah, in Roku Heights, for sure.
Good thing I'm a daredevil.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're a daredevil. Yeah, so this is going to be definitely desperate because there could be very, very, very bad consequences. I think it's standard though because it's just you.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So as a daredevil, I get +1.
Mm-hmm.
If I also get -1 to any resistance rolls from consequences,
Yeah,
which is
right.
fine. Let's do that.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll just roll it with +1 die.
All right.
Standard bonus 1 die. Come on. 5. I'll take it.
That's a 5. All right. Mark XP.
Marked.
Oh boy, a desperate consequence.
Level 3 harm.
Bam. Like it can't be that they like know you're there because that defeats the point of the shadowing.
Oh, if she's separate from us, maybe that she's a little delayed.
Yeah.
What if someone
takes the wrong turn?
That isn't the Agni Kai that would get her into trouble, right? Like with the pro bending group or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it would be a social level of harm, not a
right.
For sure. Oh, I actually have a good one. I have a good one, and you're not gonna like it, Izumi.
Okay, let's hear it.
You're gonna get arrested.
No. I
was about to say that would be the level 3 harm is being arrested.
I have Twinkle Toes.
Okay.
I can expend special armor to resist a consequence from detection or security measures.
Fair, yeah. Yeah. I think the thing was you were following Agni Kai that the cops were also following. And so like I think like you were able to go around a corner before they see you because they've been shadowing this Agni Kai for a while. Because they were planning on like doing a sting on the Agni Kai. Yeah, so you don't end up getting freaking arrested.
Good.
for like whatever's happening here. But yeah, you follow them and they go into the glass factory as you might expect. But now you also know that there are cops involved.
Yeah, good to know. It explains why the cops didn't do anything when what's his face was like, cops.
Yeah, when Rogon was like, hey cops. But the rest of you have a perfect way in if you would like, unless you want to do something before, us just jump into the action.
I'm ready to jump to the action.
All right, let's do
get some stretches.
Let's do an engagement roll then. I need to open up Blades and remind myself the engagement roll stuff. Because I have everything else, just not engagement. Not Band of Blades. Blades in the Dark. Wrong game. Okay. Engagement. Play engagement. Cool. So what kind of plan is this, y'all?
Are we sneaking in?
Infiltration.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah.
a stealth plan, yeah, because it's like
I'm
get in, get her, don't get caught.
yeah.
Oh, well, real quick, we're trying to. This is instead of infiltrating, would this be more like a rescue mission, or would that make things a little bit different?
I mean, that's the 6 types of plans are, or the 5 because there's no occult in this, is assault, deception, stealth, social, and transport. And it's a question of like, what's the important thing here? The difference in details is stealth is trespass on scene. The details the point of infiltration, which you have, versus a transport, which is carry cargo or people through danger, and the details the route and the means, which it could be. It jumps to different points on what's dangerous here.
It
It
might
also could be assault or a deception plan as well if we're trying to lie our way in or just bust down the door.
But this might be a linked plan where our first thing is infiltration to get her out, and then we
Yes.
also have to successfully get her somewhere safe.
Yes,
But
it can't.
first
Yeah, it
we
could
have
be.
to get her out.
It could
Yeah.
be a linked plan into transport, which, yeah, Brooks, you make a good point. It's like, this is a rescue mission, so if it gets loud, it probably becomes a transport as opposed to stealth, which is fair. And the details, obviously, that back area that Naru found. So everybody choose your load. Load time.
Light.
Load time. I think
Normal.
I'm gonna take normal.
Normal.
And
Okay.
I think it's Anzu.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh shoot!
What?
I just realized that 100 years ago, when we rolled that schmooze, my base thing for being an investigator is you gain a +1 die when you schmooze or study to gather information, and you always have one additional question to ask when you gather information.
Oh.
Oh shoot!
I don't think that we can roll that back and help us now.
No,
but
I don't think so.
I need to
In the
remember
future.
that in the future. 'Cause
Yes.
It's almost it's almost like you're an investigator and you're really good at this.
What? Yeah, it had it scrolled up, so I only saw my call it a hunch where
Okay.
I do my brain magic, and I didn't realize there was a thing above that, or I'd totally forgotten about it.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. It's that one's the space investigator starting ability, yeah. Okay, so engagement roll. 1 die for sheer luck.
What can I? One thing before we start.
Yes.
Since Clouds Peak is in where I do my singing is in Roku Heights, could I arrange for that to be the safe house that we're going to take Conjing to?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, totally. That's something you could totally do.
Just thinking ahead.
I think since that's your vice and you have a connection to Lef, you totally could. Yeah.
Okay. So that's one of my contacts helping us out in terms of the engagement.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say for the Aider insight. Cool. Yeah, that's very good. I like that. And that would basically be like a 0 cost flashback. Like you had ample opportunity to do that. All right. So 1 die for sheer luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yeah. We're
All
sneaking
right.
into the Agni Kai headquarters. Yep.
Are they? What tier are they? They're tier
4.
3. Tier 4? Yeah. I figured.
We're sneaking in to kidnap back a kidnapped victim.
Yes.
It's-
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? Nah. No, not
it's
really.
pretty straightforward.
Does the plan's detail expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Yes, it does.
They don't know we're
Die.
coming.
Mhm. And you have a back entrance. So,
Yeah.
is the target strong
Can
against
my
this approach?
contact give us another die with that?
That was the die. That was the vulnerability or weakness for sure. Is the target strong against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? No, they don't. They generally expect people to come at them, flying to the back door. Any friends or contacts brought agents that yes, they did. Enemies or rivals during the operation? Maybe. Let me get y'all's rivals and enemies and such. No, Yuri's not gonna be part of this.
Thank goodness.
No, your person was. Oh, Judge Titan. No. Onto no, John Young is too busy being a terrible person somewhere else. Gamer. Oh.
You sound
No.
all robot-y so that it's like auto-tuned of your little noises. It's adorable.
Okay, I was worried that was just me seeing this, and I thought, man, my internet's acting up.
No, it's just Discord being Discord.
So y'all have 4 dice, but they are higher tier target. So you have 3 dice, very high
That's
amount.
really good.
Yeah.
Is,
so,
is it a die per, is it a die per tier difference?
Yeah, that's the die for tier difference. You had 4. And
It's not one die per tier difference. It's just one die because they're higher tier.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So we're about to sun these fools.
I mean, don't say that yet.
But yeah, who wants to roll?
I was gonna say Brooke should do it because he's so confident, but I'll do it. So 3 dice.
I want these problems.
3 dice engagement. I think GDAL, the crew sheet has an engagement roll. Yeah, it has a roll engagement button.
Oh, I'm just doing a fortune roll because
I'll take a 5.
I had that
That's
on my
5.
character sheet, so.
I mean, that's a 5, so that's fine.
Can we see what it would be like if it was from us?
All right, so this is gonna be risky. Risky start. So obviously, I think for the benefit of this, I'm gonna start an alert clock because that's an important thing to have. So let me make that. I think it's a 4 o'clock.
Should there also be the cop show up clock?
Yes, there should be, which is also a 4 o'clock. So the first one is Agni Kai's alerted, and the second one is the second one's the cops show up.
Second one is Cheez It, it's the caps.
Yeah, Cheez It, it's the fuzz.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Okay, so this is y'all start in a risky position. You get to the 3 of you get to the back. Because Izumi's not with you, noticeably.
Mm-hmm.
And you take the boards off of that like wall and you go in. You're led into basically what is a it's a storage area. It was like a storage area for things that were going to be delivered. Like they put finished product here to be delivered out of the factory. So there's like a lot of like random random glassware that's in here, and you go through there, and you see off the reflections of one of the pieces of glassware. There are there's like a couple Agni Kais just standing in the hallway, that's leading out, kind of just like talking to each other. What do you do?
Okay. Where'd my character sheet go? Come on.
They're turned away from us, right?
Yeah, they don't really see you. Like they're busy with themselves, but you know, it is something where like they could easily probably, like if they looked around, probably see y'all right now. It's a precarious situation, but not like desperate.
So let's maybe sneak around.
Them up.
Do some shadowing.
Yeah, you could. It
Sounds
sounds
too.
Yeah, totally. I want to do some shadowing. This is going to be. It sounds like y'all are doing a group shadow, unless y'all have a different idea. Okay.
I'll leave that.
Okay.
That sounds right.
This is risky standard. I think this is it's appropriate thing for this. They're triads. It's not like they're like they got special anti-stealth eyes or something like that. Yeah, what's up?
I thought of a devil's bargain.
Okay. Sure.
I was like, I was gonna say, can I have a devil's bargain? But then I was like, wait, I've already got an idea. Because you know what we haven't been dealing with Anzu at all?
What?
Is her secret side missions for the spirits.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So
definitely.
what if I have to pick up some of these, there's a certain one or two pieces of blown glass that I absolutely know I have to get to the spirits.
100. Yeah, totally. That I like that.
All
Yeah.
right, so I'm gonna pocket some. Y'all gonna see me pocket some glass.
Yeah, I think take a load. Take a load that's just glassware.
Sure, love it.
It's risky standard.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Risky standard.
Got a
Yeah.
6.
Oof. Naro, you gonna roll with them?
It was Prowl. Is Prowl Shadow?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Prowl is Shadow. Yeah. I need to still replace those things, but yes, Prowl is
Risky
Shadow.
Great, right? I mean,
Risky-
Risky Standard.
Risky standard. Yeah. Ooh. Anzu pulls y'all through. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm picturing it now. It's when Anzu stops to pocket this thing, and like the two of them like bump into her.
Yep, for sure.
And then like a guy walks by.
Yep, they walk by. You stop them from that. Casca, take 2 stress from doing this. Okay, cool. Yeah. So the patrol like walks by. Your way is clear, and you like walk past. You shadow past them. And yeah, you see. I don't think it's very far to like just see where Miss Kongjin is.
Mhm.
She is being kept. This would be like in a glass factory. She's in the manager's office for sure. And it looks like she's being interrogated right now.
Ooh, that's a perfect time for me to come in and create a distraction so you guys can get it out.
But also, does this give us Anzu any stress? I mean, like you were just in this situation 8 months ago. You were in the manager's office, like being questioned by kidnappers and stuff like that.
That is very true, and I think that is gonna like come out a little bit in my my trauma, which is paranoid and soft.
Oh boy.
I mean, I think that means I really want to help her right now and damn the consequences. So
For sure.
I think that's kind of what's happening is I see that and I'm just like, oh shit, and I start walking. And Casca, you can stop me easily enough, but I think that we get interrupted at that exact moment with Azumi coming in, and then we'll see how that shakes out after.
Yeah, Azumi, you go. Do you go in the front door after this other Agni Kai?
No, I feel like it's again very similar to what happened 8 months ago. I'm on the roof looking through like a skylight.
Right. Yeah, totally. So, yeah,
and I get a bead on where she's being held. I see Anzu starting to walk, like just walk there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta do something. And I've got some distractions.
You do? Yeah, you do.
However, I don't understand what I would be rolling to use them. I guess I don't want to get caught. I don't want them to know that I'm the one distracting them. I want to basically like make some noise elsewhere to kind of like make the guards go, what the heck is that? And like divert.
You could finagle, you could rig. Depends on how you're doing this, I guess. Because rigging, it's rig together mechanical solutions, and then finagle is like you're fucking with them, like.
I don't like either of those options.
I mean, if you have something else, you could do that too, like shadow, because shadow's also employing subtle misdirection.
Yeah, I'd rather shadow. I feel like that's kind of more what I'm doing, and also I'm way better at it.
I'm fair. Yeah. So you want to shadow with your distractions.
Yeah. So basically, I sneak around, I plant something on the other side, and then it like goes off, and then I'm like out of there before they can get to me.
The shadow thing with the distractions is the stealth game. I throw a rock over somewhere, over in a different direction, and they go towards it. That's basically what this is. So this is risk standard for sure.
I'm willing to listen to a devil's bargain always.
Okay. That cop's show clock's gonna get ticked no matter what you do.
No, I think that's no. Instead, I would like to push myself for an extra die, and then I also want to trade position for effect.
How are you doing that?
I'm putting it in a place where I know that they're gonna hear it, and it puts me more at risk of being spotted.
Nice. Like, all right, yeah. So yes, you're great. And you got an extra die.
Okay, plus an extra die because it's desperate.
Hey, Estani.
Yes.
I've been thinking that when the cops show up and there isn't a kidnap victim, then the cops don't get to do anything to the Agni Kai. And I was wondering if there was some way that we could make there be something here that the cops could find so that they get to actually take action against the Agni Kai in this situation. Because they're going to piss off the Agni Kai either way. I was just like, you're the firebender, and I was just like, just thinking out loud. So,
I mean, I can also try planting something before we leave. That's
or
not a
just
big deal.
exploding something.
Or exploding something, but not right now. Not right now.
Yeah.
Now we're being stealthy.
Okay.
But soon.
I'll take that 6.
That's oh my god, 5 dice.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
that's a 6.
probably-
So
Jesus.
Mark XP. What does great look like here? You draw off a lot of them is the great thing, obviously. Like they like you don't there's no like alert like adding to the alert clock, but like a lot more of them are drawn away from like where the interrogation's happening. They're like there's like shit, something's up. And
Do
a lot
they
of them like
leave
they
her
start
alone in the
fanning.
room?
There's the interrogators that is the only person in the room.
Okay. They don't leave her entirely alone, but
No, they don't.
If I hit
because-
crit, maybe.
Yeah, if you had crit, yeah, definitely. But I think in this case, it's like all of the guards are essentially gone as long as your current position is what it is right now, which is hidden. But like, there's still the interrogators. The interrogators got things to ask. So they got a job to do.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. So I would like to go interrupt that very thing. Casca, are you going to stop me?
Are you doing this sneaky or not?
I feel like I'm not being sneaky, but because of the distraction, I'm not like, I could still like shadow this. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I'm not trying to be sneaky, but I'm not trying to be loud. I am being very direct and very like laser focused.
What I see happening is Casca following up behind you, but putting a hand on your shoulder and just getting you to pull down a little bit. Like we're not stopping what you're doing. We're just being smarter about it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel it.
Okay, Anvil?
No. And then I just keep walking. So yeah, I'd like to get into that interrogation room unseen.
Okay, how are you doing that?
I'm shadowing with Casca's help.
All right, yeah, sure, totally. I think you're gonna be in a controlled position now, thanks to Izumi.
Thank you, Izumi.
It's gonna be controlled standard.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for. That and blow shit up, apparently.
You got a reputation.
Wait, you said controlled standard?
Yeah, controlled standard. Sounds like you're gonna push this.
I'm gonna push that. I'm I'm definitely gonna push this, and I'm also gonna. I mean, I think this is me. Like Casca pushes me down so that I'm a little bit more stealthy, and I speed up in like response.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so, and let's see here. I don't think this is chasing or tracking, so I need to actually spend stress to push myself.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to trade position for effect here.
Okay.
So...
Risky great instead.
Risky great, plus 2 dice, because Casca's helping me. And
One
I'm pushing myself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Force. Okay.
So
Uh,
could be better, but I'll take it.
Yeah, the consequence
pass.
here. Yeah, the consequence here is obviously the alert clock gets ticked.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and
Resist.
not resist. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that.
Okay.
Because it's probably
Oh,
gonna
I
just be
thought
one
you
tick,
wanted to be
right? Just one
gangster
tick.
with it.
I'm looking at my stress, and it might
yeah,
be
it
2
would just be-
ticks, but either way, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna let it stand.
I was gonna say, because if it's 2 ticks, I'd like to resist for you.
That's always absolutely
Yeah, you
an
can.
option.
I think it would be 2 ticks. I think it makes
Yeah,
sense
I
for
want
you
to
just
resist.
risky.
With more, I have another instance of distractions. So it's like I see some guys who are about to look at her, and I
Yeah.
throw another one of those distractions, and then like hide.
Yeah. Prowess resist. I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely. Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's a
fine.
6. You take no stress.
Alright.
Yeah, you throw that other distraction,
minute.
and the 3 of them are like, what the what is going on? And they like go over, and like one of them has their hands fully up in fire, just like, the hell's going on here. Also, I'm gonna advance the cop show up clock as well, just by time. So yeah, you get to the room, and it's just the interrogator and Miss Kangjin. Miss Kangjin looks harried, definitely doesn't look burned, which is a good sign. And on the other side of her is a woman. She is a she's a about medium height woman. She keeps her shoulders bare. She has like these super intense eyes that are just staring right into Miss Kangjin. And she's got so the Agni Kai's their tattoos are obviously just fire. And usually like near like where their shoulders are, there is the classic arch that are at the like arenas that the Agni Kais were held at, the like dueling grounds basically. She has these like flame tattoos on both of her both of her arms.
Okay.
She's definitely like higher up Agni Kai for sure. Naro, you're pretty sure this is Tomi.
I want to punch her in the face.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm really
Whoa.
No, but like this is like looks like Anzu has like been like a laser focused beeline for this room, walks in, slams the door open, takes in this woman and just like throws a fucking punch. And she's a chunky woman. She is not the kind of person that you would expect to be any good in a fight. And to be perfectly honest, she's terrible. But she's
Okay.
passionate.
For transparency's sake.
It sounds like I mean, what action are you doing for this? I guess
It's Tangle.
the real question. Tangle, yeah, I figured. Oh gosh.
Have to roll to help.
This is risky, for sure. Limited effect because she's
yeah, I wanna
hardened
go
giant.
ahead and push. Can I push that to desperate and get greater effect?
Yeah, I think so. I think you just leave yourself more open. Like you just do a
Yes.
big haymaker. Yeah, for sure.
That's 100%.
Because I was like, I know where this is going. Yeah, so desperate standard. Yeah, Nari, if you can, how do you help?
Anzu? How tall is Anzu?
How tall is Anzu? She's pretty short. She's like
Under 5'8"?
She definitely under 5'8". She's like 5'4", maybe 5'6".
Cool.
In heels.
Definitely. So I tower over Anzu. When I see Anzu move, just channeling all my skills as a chi blocker, I'm going to. It's called a pro gamer move here. I'm gonna just like come up next to her, like also just throw a punch with her. I'm just gonna come next to her and throw a punch with her.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so spend that stress. Spend the stress to give it an assist.
All right, and I'm spending 2 stress to push myself.
Okay,
so
good.
let's go. Uh,
Oh no!
well, guess who's getting a face full of fire?
Oh no! Yep, that's
Oh
exactly what happened. Yeah, you
no.
throw that haymaker.
Ooh.
So she heard the door open,
Mm-hmm.
and she just like her eyes like she just like her eyes flickered and stared from the top to you, and she just like goes like she put her hand up, like ducks under the haymaker and just like kicks you with with a face full of fire. Take
Yep.
level 3. Level
So-
3. Yeah.
I'd like a flashback where I grabbed some bucket of flame retardant.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, I was gonna say, is
Oh,
this a
okay.
consequence of surprise?
Not for you.
Just checking.
Yeah, that's a good question, but not for you, unfortunately.
All right. Tell me about this bucket of flame retardant.
Yeah.
I just thought in a factory where you've got a whole bunch of firebenders doing work, you might have something that you don't want to catch on fire, and so something that not just water, but something that would suppress
Mm-hmm.
fire might
Sand,
be.
like yeah.
Sure.
like-
Okay.
yeah.
Sure. Okay. So I went to grab a bucket of sand. I don't know what the flashback cost on that is, but
You make a good point. That is a factory that would have that. I think it's a one stress flashback makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to resist for her then in this case?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. This would normally level 3 harm, fire to the face. But yeah. Roll prowess resist because it's definitely prowess resist.
Zuko scars today, Anzu.
I'm probably gonna lose my hat though.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Wow,
Oh,
damn, that's
damn
a
it.
6. All right, yeah.
Nice.
So that gets lowered to level 2 harm, I think, because like
Sure.
it's not. And it's gonna be level 2 scorched. Yeah. And there's another consequence because this is desperate.
Any plan where I lose my hat is a bad plan.
Yeah, your
And
hat
I've
gets,
lost my hat.
your hat's gone. And the other thing, of course, is going to be that this clock is going to be filled.
Can I
Which
resist
clock?
that?
Yes, you can resist that. The Agni Kai's alerted clock.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to resist that. Like just shutting the door behind me. you
Okay.
know?
Yeah. Sure.
Insight?
Insight? Yeah, insight.
Yeah, let's go insight. Let's see.
Brooks, does Naura try to chi block Tommy?
He's definitely gonna try and close those points.
All right, so you're 1 away instead of filled. So that's good.
I am glad I did not take another trauma, and I'm glad that that clock is not filled.
Yeah.
Since Nomi was helping me, does he also take any of that consequence?
I was going to say because help assisting you can also take consequences. Nara, you're gonna take lesser because you didn't get the fistful of fire, but you still got like she just kicked fire in that direction. You're gonna be taking if you don't resist level 2 harm, which is also scorched.
To you know what? I'll take Scourge because it's not at a point where it's gonna bother me for what I want to do next, which is chi block.
All right.
Won't it give you -1 die?
Yes, it will because you're trying to do physical things while you're like burned. Let me
go ahead and resist that.
Okay. Yeah, prowess resist for sure. Do I have anything written for chi blocking? No, I don't have the chi blocking thing written up. I need to do that. Note to self: write chi blocking. Let me write that.
It'd probably be a bend roll also.
Say that again.
I'm guessing it would be a bend roll also.
Not necessarily. It depends on what you're doing. With the chi blocking. All right, so you take 1 stress from that. So I need to write chi blocking. Yeah, it's very much a thing of it's like same thing with bending. Like a lot of bending is like you can do tangle and stuff with it. So
it's after 6 o'clock, so maybe we want to go ahead and cut it here, so
Yes.
that we can write the cheat blocking
I
rules.
can write the cheat blocking rules in between. Yeah.
and
Perfect.
then get back to them.
Yeah, totally. Because we're in gosh, y'all are in a very precarious situation now.
This is the perfect place to end the episode.
It's
It is.
yeah, it's like the perfect cliffhanger.
About where we usually leave off.
Right?
All right, so
Uh,
that's gonna be it for today.
Great. Let's speed through some outros. Starting
Do
with...
we want to do XP?
Oh, geez, let's do XP first because I will definitely forget. As I just demonstrated.
Yep.
It's after 6 o'clock and I want chicken.
Understood. I also want to get dinner, but let's also get XP.
All right. I'll do my XP first. Why not? Did I address a challenge with knowledge or tracking? Definitely with some knowledge going on. I don't think I really did any tracking, so I'm gonna say 1 there. Did I remember to mark XP when I rolled a desperate roll? No, I did not. Let's see. I just rolled that 1 desperate roll right now, right? Yes.
I think so.
Okay, let me make sure that I mark that XP. Good call. Boop. Did I express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, you did.
I mean, there was definitely, my background with Unsu, which is how I knew some random facts
Yes.
about our Probender. And like my... I don't know. Well, that's definitely my vice. But okay. Vice and trauma. But yeah, I think that's it. And then vice and trauma, I think definitely both, like picking up that glass for my spirit buddy friend.
Totally.
Being absolutely like, we have to save her, fuck the consequences, because of my trauma from my own experience in this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Definitely.
I'll put 3 into playbook and get an advance, and then 1 more into prowess. So there we go. Cool. That's me.
All right. Who should be next is... Let me go down my list. Casca. Talk about you.
Did I address a challenge with quick thinking or conspiracy? I think conspiracy was the interview with Krytok.
Yes.
And I think the quick thinking was the bucket of sand.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
So my background came up quite a bit with the Red Monsoons. And my drives to get more popcorn came up as well.
Love it. Love it. And to show the issues from vice or trauma during the session.
I was very paranoid.
You were extremely paranoid. Yeah, I think that
That's
definitely...
5 XP, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right. Okay, next is Izumi.
Hey.
Did you do the zooming
Stealth or
things?
speed? Yes, multiple times. I trailed an Agni Kai, and then I hid on the roof and threw distractions. So yes.
Yeah, you did the stealth things of the spirit playbook as opposed to the I'm gonna blow things up part.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
If stuff gets blown up, it's not my fault.
You just have to shout stealth and it'll count.
Sure.
Did you express your beliefs, choice, heritage, or background?
I mean, absolutely. My background with the Pro Bending Federation came up a lot.
Mhm.
And also my drive to become a pro bender came up.
Yes, it did, for sure. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma during this session?
Vice, no. Trauma, yes, because I'm obsessed now with becoming a pro bender, and I literally agreed without consulting anybody. Yeah, we're back in the game. We'll get there's gonna be consequences from this if I'm not able to follow through. So yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah, definitely. All right,
So I think
5 XP, And last but not least, Naro. Naro. Did
Okay.
you adjust challenge with stealth speed?
Mm, taking the ring count?
Challenge in that case, but
You
No.
did have to sneak in to the glass factory.
Oh shit, yeah.
that was certainly addressing a challenge. Did you bleach your background?
My history as a pickpocket.
For sure. Yeah, it's a background being a pickpocket. I
And
think you're like, yeah, and chi blocking, like the Equalist came up. Like I think there was a lot of stuff.
So like we'll say 2 total XP or
3.
oh yeah, 3.
Well, did you struggle with the issues from your vice or trauma during the session? You don't have any trauma.
I'm just
and
a kid.
What's your vice?
Oh, my vice is theft.
Oh,
I'm gonna say yes.
I don't know if it gave you any problems, but it
Oh,
might.
Yes.
it will. Having
It will.
stolen a well-identifiable ring.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, totally. So yeah, 4, I think. That's definitely
Yeah.
trouble for me.
Yeah.
Like there's no question as to whose ring that is when it gets
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Sands.
All right, and for the crew,
Yeah.
did you execute a successful investigation, espionage, or robbery?
Yeah. We investigated the heck out of that lady.
You did.
We did.
Did you contend with challenges above your current station? I wonder.
Left
all day, every
and
day.
Right.
All right.
Exclusively.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation, develop a new one?
I think we are bolstering principled.
Yeah.
Because we're like, whatever the reason why they want her, we need to make sure that she's safe first.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, you even organized with Cloud Peak for that. Sure, totally.
Mhm.
Did you express the drives inner conflict or essential nature of the crew?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I think there was definitely like some discussion about the goal of the crew, like about the fact that we're gonna go after her and save her before we finish our mission, you know.
Yeah.
And there's also like the dynamics of Casca being the kind of de facto leader, like everybody turning to them for guidance.
And being a teacher, a mentor
Yeah.
to Naira.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So I think that's 7 overall XP.
Oh, 7? Cool.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
because you had 1 from executing successful investigation, 2 for continuing challenges above your current station, 2 for it's one for the reputation. That's why. Okay, yes, 6.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. I marked it.
Thank
Still
you.
good.
And that's it.
Whew.
Did it.
Yeah, did it.
All right. But now I'm serious. We're gonna just cut out of here without doing some lengthy outros because we are over time by quite a bit.
We are.
All of our things are right below our faces. You can find us on Twitter and Twitch at all of those places. I'll probably put them in the doobly-doo if I've got around to that. Find us here every other Monday Saturday. That's how you know I need to go and have dinner. I don't even know what day of the week it is. So, thank you all again for coming out, and have a great night.